welcome to the Patches In podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm here with Hamish.
Hi everyone.
And I'm here with Hugh.
Hey.
This is our 14th episode, boys. We're doing not too bad.
14 episodes in like 2 years.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we're welcome for that. Hamish, how did it feel being on the podcast the last time?
It was tough, like not having you guys to talk to. I felt like I was just listing things. It's like, so this game's coming out. That'll be cool.
It's like having no friends, just talking to yourself.
Pretty much. Yeah. I should have turned on the front facing camera on the laptop and just like acted like, you know, my reflection was someone else. Maybe that would have helped.
You could see them nodding agreeing or slowly weeping in front of you.
What was the plan about getting some substitutes in?
Oh yeah.
I kept on changing like the day I was going to do it and stuff like that, and then I just was like, fuck those guys.
They're not funny anyway.
Yeah.
Take ins for that.
I should have, to be honest, but fuck it, we'll get them another time.
Did you have fun while we were away?
Aye, but you know, you guys are posting everything about Japan. I was like,
Ooh.
I should have been there.
Should have been me.
I'll go again.
If you want to see any of the posts that we did post on social media, it was on Instagram at patchusinofficial. We also were posting on Twitter on patchusin. If you want to email us anything, patchusinofficial@gmail.com. For the podcast, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and we always upload it to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/patchusin.
Smooth.
Very smooth, mate. As you can see, like, you know, I've got the notes here there as well. So obviously, from the conversation there, you know, from the last podcast, it was just Hamish by himself, because me and Hugh went on a wee adventure.
Adventure? He was speaking Japanese for 3 weeks.
I was trying so much.
Were you actually speaking Japanese?
You had to. Well, we tried.
Yeah, we tried. Jason, my brother, just put "oo" at the end of every English word.
Yes.
But which worked out for him because all he wanted was a beer, and in Japanese, beer is biru.
Oh, so he just assumed that was the same for every single word.
1, 2, like numbers aren't the same. Like it's ichi, ni, and sun is 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But you just get like one biru, please.
But then, like, biru is quite similar to bill as well. So they were wondering why he was asking for the bill sometimes. And he was like, just biru.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
No patience whatsoever. He was also doing no bother, mate.
Aye. Cheers, pal.
Cheers, pal. Like Scottish and
broad Scottish accent.
The people who barely understood us
when you're trying to be understood.
Yeah. But it was nice with the rugby being on and that as well.
There's a lot of British people, like, and we avoided them because we're in all the Irish bars, and we were like, nah,
that's good. Let's just go over here to this Japanese
super
restaurant.
Busy in them bars. Remember we walked by and I was like 150 just people drinking Guinness, and you're like, you're 8,000 miles away from home. Try a sake.
Exactly.
I was going to say, like,
highball. What about highball? That was a big popular. Highball was popular.
It's just whiskey and soda.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you were supposed to say,
I was just saying, like, you know, there's no point in going so far away and then sitting in a pub that could literally just be, you know, picked up and put into any country.
It literally looked like every other pub that you would go to in the UK.
Yeah, and it was just Guinness, Stella. You know, you had
the scampi, and they were saying it was scampi and chips, fish and chips was a big appeal, and people were just looking that down like, you know, come on guys, expand your horizons.
They were only there for the Rugby World Cup, which we paid no attention to.
That's true. Well, we watched it in the whiskey bar. Yeah, you were just drinking the whiskey bar.
You had too much whiskey.
We went to this. There's a place called Piss Alley, right?
Yeah.
What's it called in Japanese? I can't remember, but it's called Piss Alley, right? And it's just lots of little tiny bars, right? There's only fit like 6, 7 people.
Just so it could fit one Jason.
Oh, man. Right, so we went to this one. It was just a Japanese man surrounded in Scotch whiskies, right? And we were like, fuck it, let's go in here and have some whiskey in Japan. We don't drink whiskey here.
No, but we're from Scotland as well.
When in Japan.
Yeah, drink our whiskey. So we went in and we had a beer first, which was stupid. Me and Jason were like, we'll try a whiskey before we head to the hotel because we were still jet lagged. Me and him had one whiskey. I'm like, that's really nice. 2 whiskies, and then I'm asking Sinead, my girlfriend, like, can I stay out?
Please, I'm allowed to.
The whiskey's too nice. But no, that was a great wee bar. That guy had no idea what we were talking about. Didn't even know we were Scottish. This is a weird thing. I didn't know that accents don't really translate. They only think you're either British or American. They assumed we were American a lot of the time.
Yeah, right away.
Okay. Yeah, which is crazy because our accents are completely different.
I would prefer to be American than English, if I'm going to be honest. No offence to any of the English listeners.
He just remembered there that we have English listeners.
I'm just saying.
Probably majority English listeners.
Apologies, boys.
Just friendly banter.
They're maybe just focusing hard on the words that you're saying rather than thinking of accent, I suppose.
When we were asking for stuff, everyone was super friendly. It's weird over here, if someone was trying to speak to you and you didn't understand them, you get pretty annoyed quick.
You get what?
They were so patient, especially with idiot tourists. They must be used to it though.
I was going to say, it's quite a tourist, heavy place, isn't it? So
Yeah,
another Jason story from that same night.
Before we get into that, though, we should ask what Hamish has been doing, because Japan's probably going to take the majority of this podcast up, if I'm going to be honest.
Because it's the most important part.
Yeah, so we could quickly ask Hamish how he was enjoying the time away from us. And
instead of that, I'm gonna spark a can.
Oh, okay.
Pull it back a bit.
A wee bit.
I'll pull you back a bit. That was weird.
Edit that out.
Oh,
that was
I
loud.
was just looking at the waveform.
Pulled that back and it was still loud.
It's,
People need to know when I spark a can, right?
He needs to. They
They need ear pain when you're sparking a can.
Ear pain. Bust eardrums.
I've not really been up to much, and I've been started a new job, so I've been working constantly.
Hey, new job,
drinking.
Hamish.
Yeah,
Well done, mate.
cheers. I've literally just been picking up shifts and then working and drinking.
There you go.
Just that's my life, It's going to be my autobiography: working and drinking.
Playing any games, man?
Yeah, I've played a few. Obviously, Star Wars we'll talk about. I got EA Access again because I hadn't got that for ages, but then I was going to be buying Star Wars, so I thought, you get like a discount, so I was like, fuck it, why not?
Don't you want to play FIFA 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20?
I was actually playing 20. I went through the story mode and was it Volta, the street.
Yeah.
That was alright.
There you go.
I didn't think it was that great. That was on the last podcast.
Yeah.
I know you guys played it before me, right? Fuck you.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking
For
about.
that as well. Did anything else happen then that was like of major?
Probably, man, but I'm tired, so I can't really remember.
That's no problem, man.
Or I was too drunk and I forgot it.
Cool. So since that's all that's happened with you, Hamish, man, we'll let you know that Japan was awesome.
It was the best.
It was really fun.
I didn't want to
I
come
can tell
home.
from watching your Snapchat stories and stuff like that.
See with all our Instagram stories where you see us going into the arcades and stuff like that.
Arcades
I
are
loved it.
crazy.
It was so interesting. Like, a lot of them were quite duplicated, but you would always see some characters that were there. See against like the dancing rhythm games.
Yeah,
it
so
was
many
insane.
There's like a piano rhythm game they've got. Then they've got one that's like a circular screen with buttons on
All
the
around
outside, and like the screen in the middle is a touch screen as well.
Yeah.
So like the song will be playing, and there's bits to put your headphones in
Alright.
because it's loud as fuck in these arcades.
So you can actually follow it.
So things will be happening to the rhythm of the song. Like there's a bit where you have to swipe your hand like along the screen, and then there's bits you tap, and then the outside buttons you hit as well. And I've got like a video. I might put it on the Instagram. I secretly took this video of this talented guy playing this game, and they're rapid at it. Like they're so fast. I didn't try that game. It didn't look interesting to me. Yeah. It was more interesting watching. I
did play it. It was interesting for it because it was a bit like the Persona Dancing All Night games for it. Like you would have your face buttons to go with the timing of it, but see with the touchscreen integrated into it, where you had to swipe across.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, no, you need to.
And the swiping round, and then there was ones where it was like you were swiping in different directions to the rhythm.
Parallel,
of the game.
X crossing up the side. Oh,
it was
sounds
and
complicated.
The arcades are all rhythm games now.
Yeah.
Like all rhythm games. We found DDR for Dom.
Yeah, did you see the wee video? And me doing my 2 steps.
it was
so
it wasn't
awkward.
very athletic.
No, it was more like I was like, hold on, how do I dance to this? And it was like, oh, you need to move the top of your body, and then it was like, that's the game over. I went, shit, I didn't know that.
Arcade culture looks still important over there.
Yeah, it is. It's because a lot of people, like, they can't afford consoles in the house and all that. They just go down there. They'll have like their Namco cards or their
there's like memory cards you get.
Yeah, and they'll just like have they'll be putting so much yen in that they can progress through the songs and that. It's really interesting.
I tried Dissidia NT Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
still bad.
Yeah. Did you try? There was a Gundam game there for it. Me and Big Jason went onto it. Both got bodied within a minute.
Yeah, it's like an online battler Gundam, and like there was so many people playing it, and it looked
gorgeous.
It looked amazing, but everyone was like so skilled at it, and you're like, oh, give us a try. Oh, I'm dead.
Dead right away.
Oh, I'm dead.
It was good though.
The arcades, there was a lot of UFO. Like the figures, and you'd have to like knock them over or unhook them or whatever. But you know it's like here when you're trying to grab a plushie and it doesn't quite go. Well, Jason got one in like the second try, like a £30 figure of Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z sticking her arse out.
Nice.
Fan.
It was my birthday gift probably, and it was nice.
He gave it to Dom for his birthday because it was Dom's birthday while we were away as well.
Yeah.
But the arcades were immense. Akihabara, it was intimidating.
It was almost overwhelming sometimes.
So many people. Like it was, honestly, like we come from a place that has in our whole country we have half the amount of people that's in Tokyo. Yeah. We have 5 million people. There's 10 million people in Tokyo.
Yeah,
that's,
and you can tell that.
Yeah, it's so dense.
It was like so busy. No matter what time of the day or night, there was people.
Yeah, and like the shops were about the size of this room, but they'd pack in everything, and then it's so like I'm pretty big, and I was struggling. My brother Jason's 6'8" and just huge, and he was like he looked like he was going to knock down every shelf, like, and like people were trying to push by him, and he was getting so angry and upset with people, and he was like, "I'm going to go stand outside." Like he didn't enjoy Akihabara that much. I don't think it was all right. Akihabara's a bit plastic though.
Yeah, it was.
It's touristy. All the prices are super high as well.
Because like people are just going to go there and think
as weebs are going to go there. And
I'm here, so
and our weebs we did go.
We did go, and it was alright. I bought some stuff at Super Potato, which is like the famous retro shop. I bought Final Fantasy 9, which was one of the 40 Final Fantasies I bought while I was over there. I think I got it for like £4 or something because it had a cracked case. Huge discounts because it had a cracked case, but like I can replace that case.
Easily enough.
There's a few people that were in it as well. We've seen like a couple of like the wrestlers in there, but it was the big one with Hideo Kojima was there. He was in the Super Potato. I was like, that's pretty awesome of just that year. So he must have been promoting like Death Stranding and all that for it.
That is the famous retro shop in Akihabara.
And you can see why.
And it's tiny. Like it had 3 floors, and each floor was about the size of this room, which is only about 12 foot by like 14 feet or something. And any other place, it would be a huge sprawling shop full of
white space.
Full of like
Funko Pops.
just trash. But like, see the amount of amazing retro was in there, and everything looks pristine, and everything's cellophane wrapped. Like I bought like 10 Super Famicom games, and they all look amazing. It's crazy how well they take care of things.
If you're getting a big discount for a cracked screen, cracked case, then that makes sense. You know, they obviously take that kind of thing pretty seriously.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
The amount of consoles, Hamish, stuff that I'd never seen before.
What was that one that was the SNES, the SNES Famicom that was basically a portable for it? You put the SNES games on the top of it, and you could change the rates.
I think that's like an American thing.
No, but it was definitely a Japanese one because I didn't see the one that was like you could pull the controllers apart as well. There was like different variants of it.
I can't remember that. That looked pretty cool. I think that was in that the other shop we went to.
It was one.
I've got the bag over there. I can't remember what. It's a wee yellow bag at the top. Yeah. But, it's like Gamer Retro Base or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a really good shop as well. Like I bought. You bought me. I didn't give you the money. I was buying all the Square Enix games, right? Or the Square games.
Yeah.
Because
you're a Square.
Oh,
50-year-old insult. But
my pride.
Have you ever heard of the game The Bouncer, Hamish?
The Bouncer? No, it doesn't ring a bell.
It came at Square Enix's point where they were just spunking money on everything, right? Because they were riding high after like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yeah. And they were just like, oh, we've got loads of money, let's just spend money on anything. It's a weird looking game, beat 'em up like a 3D Streets of Rage.
Right, okay.
It was only 2 hours.
I would say like I don't know if you remember the game Fighting Force that came out on the PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So basically a 3D, an upscale version of that, but done by.
Do you know that was going to be 3D Streets of Rage, but they lost the Sega license.
Yeah, it's so raging, man.
But the weird fact aside, it was 50 yen. Now 50 yen is 20 pence. So it was fucking nothing.
So you bought it?
So I bought it.
I was like,
took your fucking yen.
I don't even know if I want it, because I have the Bouncer here. I played it. I like it. Like it's all right. It's early 2000s Square Enix game. But then now I've got the Japanese version.
It just looks cool just to have like the Japanese writing and stuff like that for it.
And where else did we go to buy games? I went to Suragawa, which is like the 4th floor of some department store. We were just going up escalators, which are everywhere in Japan. No one
crazy.
likes to climb stairs or go downstairs in
Well,
Japan.
Jason definitely couldn't do that either.
No.
So he had the whiff for it. Fucking hell.
I don't see the escalators are like super thin, or like a metre wide, and he was like, "I'm stuck." But I went up an escalator and I just could see these rows and rows and rows of retro games, and I was like, I'm home.
This is the escalator to heaven.
Yeah, and then I looked at my girlfriend Sinead, and she's just so upset.
Yeah.
She knew it was coming.
She was like,
was like,
bank account's gone.
I said, hold that basket. And I just started throwing stuff in the basket. And she's like, you can't get all this. I'm like, I think I can. I had to take stuff out. I did that thing where you just throw in everything you want, and then I was like, I kind of want that, and then I want this, and I wish I got more.
Was it the tax-free shops as well? Because that was something we kind of found out just before we left. That is, if you've got your passport with you, you get like your tax back on all the products and stuff.
It's like 10% as well.
Yeah, it's quite a lot you can get for it. So if anyone that's listening that's going to Japan, just remember to carry it. You need to carry your passport with you at all times anyway.
Yeah, it's the law.
Really? Yeah, it's for it.
ID.
Yeah. But just in case, like you see that, like you can get that money
so
back.
In Surigala, I spent about £120.
Yeah.
So I got £12 back.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's like a couple of free games in there.
Yeah, exactly. For it.
I got an Evangelion game. No, what's it called, Hamish?
I can say Evangelion.
Oh,
he said it right.
That's because he's not had enough to drink.
We'll
give it a minute.
Ask me at the end of the podcast.
I walked about all day. Like I got that at like 2 o'clock, and I put it all in my backpack, and like I was walking about with just games all day. I was like, God, I wish I bought these at night. Just go back to the hotel.
He's bringing an empty suitcase just for games and stuff like
that.
We
did, for games and Disney stuff.
Yeah, Sinead bought a lot of Disney stuff because we went to Disneyland as well.
Yeah, that was really fun.
The only day it rained, 16 days we were there, it rained one day.
Yeah.
And this day we were outside all day at Disneyland.
Poor Jason, again, I feel like he's just getting all the bad luck, but I did tell him before he left the hotel, mate, you better take a jacket in case it rains. Fucker won't it rain. And it just rained the whole time.
Do you know that's a great impression of Jason?
Oh, I've lived with him long enough.
I wore cotton trainers, like
cotton trainers.
But the material trainers,
like, quite light, so you get quite breathable for your.
And so my feet were wet all day.
Oh, that's the worst.
And Disney's about an hour away from our hotel, so there was no chance of going back.
And changing.
We managed all day, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think I stayed. Did I stay at the end? No, I don't think I did.
Did you not like?
I think that was the other park we stayed to the end. But the first day, I think we left at like 6 o'clock.
It did get quite cold near the end. It was like, fuck this. But Jason was getting quite angry,
grumpy.
Because he's just soaked to the bone.
I'll
fucking had to buy us umbrella.
We went on a great Indiana Jones ride.
That was so funny.
Fun. It was like almost like a roller coaster, but you're in a.
Is that the one that went backwards?
No, that's Paris. That's in Disneyland Paris. This is like you're in a Jeep. You ever been on a Spider-Man ride in Universal Studios?
No.
It's like an experience ride.
It was for the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Based on
it's
that.
pretty fun. Yeah. Jason tried to get on the roller coaster.
Was he too big?
Yeah, far too big. They had to take him out the queue, and they had like a wee bit set up so they could like try and get the frame on him, like the safety frame thing, and it just wouldn't go over his shoulders.
How bad for him, man.
And they were like, no, and he was like, "Neighbour, that's not your fault, mate." And they're like, "What did he say?"
Probably thinks like, "Oh, he's raging."
I know, like, did they look angry?
Yeah.
But the only one that got on was Sinead because she's the smallest.
So you guys didn't?
No.
They got fast passes for it, and we were just like, not really interested for it.
Are there any rides that are like specific to Japan?
The both of them.
Yeah.
Well, this whole park we went to in the first day is specific to Japan.
Right.
It's called Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they all have like
Disney A and Disney B were taken.
I missed this wit.
That's what we're missing, Japan, man.
All Disney's have like Magic Kingdom, but then they have like their own version. Paris has got like studios, like Hollywood Studios or something. Thing. I don't know. I've been like 20 times. I hate Disney now.
It was the Finding Nemo thing, the big thing that they had.
Yeah.
That was like interesting. It was like they give you a submarine that they shrink you down to the same size as the fish.
No, that's not.
Is that not?
That was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No, was that the exclusive?
Oh no, that is
the Finding Nemo.
The Finding Nemo one.
Yeah, it's more like when the squid came out. We up here sound like that sounds like a JoJo character.
Yeah, hold on. Is it Captain Nemo?
There's two rides. There's one where you go on a submarine and go underwater, and there's one where like you find Nemo, but it's like a simulator ride, and it's the submarine that goes underwater.
Right.
That was really fun. But every character sounded like a bad guy from an anime.
Nemo. You're like, oh,
shit's about to go down.
Someone's going to transform. But it was a lot of fun. Disney was fun. As fun as Disney can be.
Yeah.
For adults.
So we, you and Sinead left for a couple of days as well, and went and did your own me thing. Me, Jason and Rory went and did a couple of things ourselves. Went to a gig, saw your work, and that was interesting to see the Japanese crowd to a metal band.
Right.
There was like a moment. There was a guy that clearly wasn't Japanese, was Caucasian, and was jacked. That was going into these pits and flinging these Japanese people about, and you felt so bad for them. So, which was strange going into a venue for a music venue that you could walk in with your bag and not get searched for it. It was very bizarre for me.
Is that just a Scottish thing?
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's like generally like, you know.
I think most places do that because they don't want you to bring in your own drink or whatever.
Or anything like that, or bring in something dangerous. I think for it.
Mate, alcohol's so cheap in Japan that they don't care.
Yeah, same for that. Oh, they got strong
Can you
zeros.
drink in the street?
Strong zero, yeah. We were drinking on the street like bad tourists, but we were drinking a thing called Strong Zero, which is kind of like a
way to represent Scotland.
There was a moment, right? Jason had been to Japan before, right? Because he kept fucking telling us. I know my way about. I know this. We were like, right, fine. He's like, I want to go back to the bar. I spent a lot of time in the last time I was here.
Oh no!
Yeah. Well, that's what you want to do when you go back.
Oh, exactly. You want to
see the same exact fucking thing.
Well, no. You want to, like, for nostalgia's sakes, is like, you know.
I'm only kidding.
We were in Akihabara, right? And we were like, alright, what are we gonna do? And Jason was like, I want to go to this bar. It's not far away. Right, okay.
Okay, so that's the mistake that we should have questioned. We should have asked him, okay, how far away is it, Jason? But we didn't. We just went, okay, we'll just go.
Relative to him, it was 4 strides, but it's actually like 6 miles of it.
Knowing that we'd already walked a lot by that point, we were already, like, we'd kept track of what we were walking, and we were like 20,000 steps, 30,000 steps. And we went to a convenience store. We bought a couple of Strong Zeros, which are like 9% alcohol pops.
Nice.
And they are strong. Because one gets you really buzzed, because we found out on the way there.
Yeah.
But this walk wasn't short, Hamish.
Yeah. How long did it take you?
And it was hot as well.
It was 25 degrees.
How long did it take you to walk there?
Probably about 45 minutes.
45 to 50 minutes.
And like, he kept going, oh no, it's over here. It's over here.
Do you know what the worst thing was? Halfway through it, we're like, dude, what's the name of this place? So we could just, you know, if we can Google Maps, it'll make it easier. Oh man, it's something in Japanese. Something in Japanese. Okay, so just remember it. It's something in Japanese.
Right.
So we walked to a place called Jimbocho, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jimbocho, yeah.
And we figured out later that Jimbocho is another area, like Akihabara's an area.
Yeah.
So like, these places are far away from each other.
Yeah.
And he was just randomly walking.
Jimbocho was really nice as well, though, because they had
it was
like
super nice.
Yeah, with the music and shops they had there as well. They had like a good guitar section. I was like, we went back there when me and Jason went a couple of days later.
Did you take the train this time?
Yeah, we got the train this time. But I went there into the shop and they had all these like exclusive Gibson guitars and stuff like that. It was really nice. But yeah, sorry.
Right, we were super hungry by this point.
Yeah.
We'd walked 45 minutes. Sinead was not having this. She was so mad. And we'd ran out of Strong Zero, so I was getting a bit sobering up. And I was like, where are we going? He's like, oh no, it's just round here, it's round here, it's round here. And like, that went on for a good 5 minutes. Like, it's round here, it's round here. And he's like, there it is. And we look at the sign. And the sign says swing bar.
In English,
something in Japanese.
And we were like, Jason, no way is this the bar. It's just like a normal wee bar. Like, there's a million of them in Tokyo. And we're like, right, okay, we'll go in here. So he walks in and he just pushes this man out the way who's like welcoming him. And like, when I get my seat, he's just like, move, mate.
I'm sitting there.
I've been here before.
He's like, I'm sitting there. And like he just powered to the back. And then we were sitting, we were like, Jason, there's nothing really special about this place. It's just a bar. He's like, no, it's the best. It's the best place in Tokyo. And we were like,
because he's been to every single bar.
Yeah. So we got a drink, and Sinead just looked at me and went, we're going somewhere else.
But then, that was when we had our first night karaoke, wasn't it?
Yeah, our first night karaoke.
Hamish.
I saw some videos, man.
Karaoke. Would you think of karaoke like, you know, you've been to like our local for it and it's been like it's alright, like, you know, the song pictures for us.
Pretty dreadful.
Yeah. With this, you have your own room, 2 microphones, is all the songs you could possibly think of, from English to Chinese to Japanese, Korean.
Yeah, everything.
It has its own music video and generally good sort of tones to it as well.
I know. I've played Sleeping Dogs, man. I know.
that's Hong Kong, isn't it?
I know, but they've got karaoke bars.
So the one thing that we didn't know, I didn't know. You didn't know. Jason had been there before. He'll let you know he's been there before.
He's been there before.
Mate.
He's never ever mentioned that.
He knows nothing about Tokyo.
The time you spend in there means you can have as much alcohol as you want for just the charge for it.
No, I really think
£25 each.
Yeah.
for 3
3
hours.
hours of non-stop
Non-stop
That's
drinking.
amazing.
Right. And the tablet, this is the next thing, but like,
So the first
we had
one.
a phone this
Yeah.
time, right? And the guy didn't really understand English, but Jason was close to the phone.
That was the first mistake that we didn't repeat the second time, but
Jason kept flicking this phone off the wall and just going, Jack, and just shouting out, Jack phone. And the guy would run in and be like, what? And he's like, Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. And like the guy would just bring in Jack Daniels after Jack Daniels after Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And then I had to make Dom take him home.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
was so drunk. Like,
Was he singing? Did he sing?
Oh yeah, we all sang
we all
them.
sang. But do you know Jason only knows 2 lines to Gangster's Paradise?
Seriously?
He only
That's a
knows the
classic.
first line and
As
the
I walk
second
through the
line.
valley of the shadow of death,
And
I take a look at my wife and realise there's nothing left. Do the rest, Dom.
Jack Daniels, please.
yeah, that was a good night. We got pretty drunk.
What I liked, he did the version of Bon Jovi's "It's My Life," the acoustic version.
It was like a
And
William
he's-
Shatner
yeah,
version
he's like,
of It's My Life.
It's my life. It's now or never. I'm not gonna live forever.
That was really fun that night.
Yeah, it was good.
We got some ramen and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
We found that nice wee sort of ramen bar that it was one of those ones that was down the corner and you had to sort of line up round the back of it.
yeah. Oh, that
Very
was
popular.
yeah, that was the one with the tiny little corridor going up to it.
Yeah.
Jason was getting stuck. He had
It was
to
a
crawl.
ramen
Seriously?
nigri, it was called.
Oh, right. It's on Piss Alley as well, wasn't
That's
it?
Piss Alley,
Like Jason was getting stuck, and then when we got up there, and it was so small and it was so nice. All the food was amazing.
Oh, it was so good.
And when he was trying to get out as well, his shoulders were getting stuck, and like he just couldn't. We were almost going to have to butter him up to get slide him
Slide
out.
him out.
Like it was, and, like I was like, just flex, mate, and
Yeah.
you'll just destroy the whole building.
Open up the wongs.
I know. And like he was just like, ow, 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 this is sore.
So when we were at the gig for that big jacked up guy
Yeah.
that was there, there's metal barriers, like you would have for like your bikes. You would just like put your chain in.
Yeah,
So they had a couple of just around there, and this big guy just chucking these Japanese people about, grabbed one and basically launched them into this metal barrier, and you could hear it over the music, and his poor face just like,
That's
oh.
just brilliant.
I think Rory went up and tried to make sure he was alright before he sort of just got dragged back in.
yeah.
And you're like, did this guy just go to the gym just to come to these gigs to beat up the Japanese?
His own personal Royal Rumble.
Exactly. But that was a good experience for it as well. Something that I would like other venues to take note of. When they do the changeover of bands, they just brought down a big black curtain so you can't see the band
don't
working
actually
for it.
see
It brought
it,
up the house lights, and it seemed just a lot smoother that
Yeah.
way. They're not getting interrupted. The sound, you don't see people. Maybe the band can come out and actually do their sound check, makes it a lot easier.
Oh, that's a good point actually. Yeah.
But so Hugh, what did you do your time away?
I went to Kyoto and I went to Osaka.
How were they?
I went on the bullet train,
Bullet train.
That's the first thing that you say.
175 miles an hour train.
I know,
pretty
it's pretty
exciting.
impressive.
There's nothing else that happened.
I'll get to it.
He's got to build it up, mate. He's got to build it up.
We went to Kyoto on the first day, and Kyoto's nice. It's like a lot smaller version of Tokyo.
Yeah.
More traditional. The buildings were a lot older.
I thought it would be like Tokyo, but just arranged differently.
Well, I think that's something to do with the language, because I'm sure
No.
Kyoto was the original. Like, I'm sure that those mixture of and Kyoto are a capital. Something to do with a capital.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%, but I know Kyoto was the original capital of Japan,
Yeah.
and Tokyo became it, and that's why they're named similar.
yeah.
I need to Google that actually. But Kyoto's
Oh, you
really
could have
fucking
sparked the can there, Hamish.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Kyoto was super nice.
Yeah.
Amazing food. The shrine was amazing. There's a big, huge shrine there.
Mhm.
You know all the gates. Have you ever seen the pictures of all the orange gates?
Yeah.
Like that's in Kyoto. And me and Sinead went up there at night, and it looked phenomenal. But at this time of year, it's when all the goddamn spiders go in. And I hate spiders. And then, I could see these spiders because the gates are so close. They just put their webs between them.
Mm.
And it's big yellow and black spiders about the size of my hand. And I'm like, Sinead, I'm going back down this hill. I'm not going any
I'm
further.
done.
I'm finished with this. It was super nice. Yeah, just a lot of tourists though.
Yeah.
Like people it's a small walkway, and there's so many people like blocking your path so they can take an Instagram photo.
Stopping right in front of height that. See when you're walking behind someone and then they just stop dead.
Yeah.
I was videoing it with my video camera, and I've got a video of me just going, fuck yous, I'm walking through this. Like, just like, because it was like time after time, and it was the same people, and you're like, you can't just hold everyone back so
yeah,
you can take an Insta photo, because it was the way, the posing way. They're not taking it to remember it.
Up at that angle.
Oh man, it was so annoying. So I was just walking through people's selfies.
No fucks.
All the traditional Japanese stuff is so cool. There's these cards that you use. There must be like Oyster cards in London.
Just for trains, isn't it?
Yeah. So when we went to Kyoto, we took one bag with us. So I put it in a locker at the train station so we could like spend the rest of the day without it.
Yeah.
I used my Suica card to lock it, and you need to use the same card to unlock it.
And you lost the card.
I lost the card. I lost the card in the Shiki Fish Market, which is one of the busiest markets in the world. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there.
So no chance you were finding it
Nope,
again, basically?
I tried. Nope, never ever finding that. And the Shiki Fish Market was amazing, though. Like,
yeah, don't dampen on that experience.
Stinking though. Like,
what's it stink of?
Oh, beef. There's so many oysters, and I hate oysters.
Oh.
But like, it was such an experience. Like,
yeah,
everything's tiny.
Yeah,
just take a lot more space.
Did you see any like bigger Japanese people? Like maybe not near Jason's size.
There's a few bigger guys. I don't know if they were
seen
Japanese,
a few at the wrestling show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of rugby guys around.
Aye.
Do you know that Jason gets scouted for rugby teams randomly?
So many times.
What, in Japan?
Here as well.
Yeah, in Scotland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know this. That people just walk up and go, would you like to play for my rugby team? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Like,
but no, that's the thing. It's still like I remember when we were heading to go and see something at the cinema in the Silver One.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking through Marks and Spencer's, and the guy stopped him. Just like, oh man, you should join my football team. He's like, oh, no man, no, don't want to play. He's like, oh man, it'll be good. You like your rugby and that? He's like, no problem. He walked away, and Jason's like, I hate when people keep asking me that. And I just looked at him like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
So this happens often?
I was like, how often does that happen? He's like, happens to me and you think. just walked on.
Walking around, people just going, would you like to join my
Excuse
rugby?
me, giant man. Would you like to play rugby?
No, man.
Jason's just like, do I get to sit down? he's not wanting to do anything athletic whatsoever. Not interested.
So after the fish market,
fish market.
Did you buy any fish?
I really wanted to buy. There's wee tiny octopuses.
Octopi.
No, octopuses.
Octopi.
It's not octopi.
It's octopi, I'm pretty sure.
It's not.
I've done no research on it, I'm pretty sure.
So they put quail eggs in the head, so like you bite into the head and there's an egg in it,
yeah.
and I was like, I really want that, but I don't. I want to eat it for the experience.
Yeah, but that sounds horrible.
I had octopus while I was over there. It's just tough. It's just a tough. Like I had skewers with octopus legs in it, and it was just tough. It was like just chewy. Yeah. And I was like, it's not like it's not nice. It's just not succulent. No.
Yeah, just nothing to it really.
Yeah. So I wanted to eat that, but Sinead wouldn't stop. She was like, fuck that, I'm not giving you money for that. I'm not watching you eat that and then having to spend time with you.
See, sorry to interrupt, but see, one of the guys in work came in the other day and he had a big scratch like all down his forearm and his hand, and I was like, what'd you do there? Because it was like pure raised and bumped, like looked infected. And he was like, just my octopus was on my arm and I tried to pull it off and their beaks are sharp. And I was like, what?
Sorry,
what? Sorry, you got
the guy's got an octopus, he like breeds them and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool, but he just like he pulled it off and I was like, you're gonna get it checked out? Like, I don't think that's gonna be very clean. He's like, that'll be fine. Like, okay, he looks like he's growing another fucking arm out of this.
Oh, maybe he's got an octopus arm. That'd be pretty sweet.
It's called a tentacle.
Oh, that's true. Octopus arm.
An octopus arm.
That's a good name for a band.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And the Shiki Market was amazing. I don't think I went to a bad place, but like talking about losing this card.
Yeah.
I had to spend an hour trying to talk to a man that doesn't speak English to open this locker and try to explain to him about what's in it. And
they were being so patient with you. They must have been.
The guy was so nice, and he was just looking at me saying something, and I was like, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
So I had to go away and get. It was like a handheld translator.
Yeah. I was going to say, because there's not an app on your phone that you can.
Google Translate worked quite a lot for us.
It did, but the grammar's different.
Yeah.
Like
right, okay, yeah.
That's what the difference between English and Japanese is. You can get words. Like, see if they said, like, I don't know, any kind of word, you'd be like, I kind of get what that word is, so I know your intention.
You can get the
so if you said to someone, where is the toilets? They go, what are you talking about? So you just go, toilets. They know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's because things are generally, the statements are flipped for it.
Yeah.
So if I said, from what we would say, hello, Hamish, for what they could see, it'd be Hamish, hello.
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
It's kind of like, I mean, French is kind of like that as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think English is just strange.
Yeah, we're the
weird
Because
stupid ones.
they kept in the hotel. They kept trying to find a reservation, and they were writing my first name as my last name. And I was like, no, it's the other way.
Yeah.
Like, and they were like, you just do it. Right, okay.
Come in to sign.
Like, me and Sinead don't have the easiest names to read if you're not a natural English speaker.
Native,
yeah.
like,
Hugh and Sinead.
Hugh and Sinead, that's true as well.
So Kyoto was great. Got my bag back. Went in Shinkansen again for 10 minutes. Into Osaka. Osaka is amazing.
That's what
Next time you go, you need to go to Osaka.
I really wanted to go to Osaka, but that money, man, I was like, oh.
It's a lot of money. I think the train was like £100, and then like in our hotel, and then it's a lot of hassle as well.
Yeah.
But Osaka was super good.
Yeah.
And I got engaged while I was there.
Hey!
Finally, it only took us like what, fucking 20 minutes.
Congratulations, dude.
I know, cheers. I did it on top of a large Ferris wheel, but it was a strange Ferris wheel.
On top of it? No, you're not in it now. That's some daredevil shit, man.
It was both on top and in it.
And he was wearing a cape while doing it as well. I thought my next tricks.
The Ferris wheel's called the Bisu Tower,
and
it's an oval. It's like an oval shape.
Yeah.
It's like you go into a little pod and it spins along with the track.
Yeah.
So you're always level, but the pod will spin around you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just go straight up, and you know me, I absolutely fucking hate heights. And like, I just like when I did it, I was like, "Oh, will you marry me?" Blah blah blah.
Oh no, don't you can't skip by that, man. That's not.
I did it like.
You down on one knee?
No, because the bar was over us. Now I had planned this, not knowing that there was going to be a bar over me.
Right. Yeah.
So like. I tried to turn around and like try to be romantic about it, but like she didn't care about me being romantic. She grabbed the box off me instantly. Like, are you kidding?
Is this real?
Like she thought I was like playing a prank, and I
She was looking for the cameras.
That's the worst prank in the world. Can you imagine I did that after 8.5 years?
And she's like, "Yes, I will," and you're like, "I got you."
You love me.
It's so dumb. Like if I did that, I think she'd dump me.
Yeah, no, I think that would be.
I would say that an awkward plane ride home.
Don't we want to switch seats, man?
She was impressed that I'd kept that secret
Yeah.
for so long, because obviously I had the ring with me for over a week before I did it.
Mm.
And like, there were so many close calls where she almost found it. She put my headphones in my bag at one point on the plane,
me this,
and like it was in the same pocket, and I was like, oh, "Did you see?" I didn't ask, "Did you see it?" But I was like,
"Did you see a ring in there?" Like, if you did, just totally forget it, right?
But I was trying to get by her reaction, because obviously if she found it, I don't think she'd be able to hold in whatever reaction she had. So I just kind of like spoke to her, and she was just nonchalant. So I was like,
nothing was up.
she didn't find it. But then like, I had it in I had a Man United jacket with me.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't see that. When did you wear that?
Every day. But it's just a light jacket to cover my arms, because it was so sunny, and
you
obviously
had to watch yourself
pale
for
as
it.
fuck.
Yeah.
So I had it in the zippy pocket, and then a couple of days later we were like spraying it with this cleaner stuff, like it just makes it smell a bit fresher.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, give me it and I'll do it." And I was like, "No, I'll do it." I had to be like, grab it off her. Like,
she was like,
Hugh
never does any of this. What's going on?
I know, she was so confused, but like I was so happy after I did it, because I was like, "Thank fuck, I don't have to like hide this down
off of your shoulders."
But it was lovely.
So relieved as well.
I was so nervous before it. We got like takoyaki, which is like squid inside like a wee dough ball. And it's lovely. It's honestly the nicest food in Japan.
Did they put like cheese and stuff like that over
you
it?
can. You can get cheese. You can get like bolognese on it if you want. But we got the classic, which is like Worcestershire sauce, mayonnaise, and bento flakes.
Yeah,
like fish flakes. It was super nice. But we got 10 of them because we were both going to eat it.
Yeah.
But I got really nervous, and she ate 10 of them.
You didn't even eat.
I didn't eat because I was nervous about the height of the fucking Ferris wheel as well. Because I got there, I was like, "That's really tall." But.
And if she says no, I'm gonna be raging. I'm gonna be up there for nothing.
But it was nice. Like, I don't think I could have done it anywhere else on the holiday.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was just me and her, and then we found a nice wee cocktail bar, Hamish, which had 200 cocktails, all at 200 yen each, which is like £1.40.
Yeah. How many of them did you get through?
Something like 14 or something like that. Like,
rookie numbers, you got to pump those numbers up.
But like, she was tired and she wanted to go back to the hotel, and like we had a big day the next day. We were going to Universal.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Universal was great, and plus she's been in a good mood since we came back.
Finally fucking proposed.
She's very happy about it. I'm also happy about it.
Got my feelings, guys.
She's doing great. What about you, Hugh?
Universal was amazing.
Aye.
I like Universal better than Disney.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge theme park guy as it is.
Controversial, man.
But Universal's got rides I like better.
Yeah.
Like, it has Jaws still. Anybody that's been to like Universal Studios America knows that Jaws is gone now.
Yeah.
But Japan still has it, and it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Because it's just this mechanical shark, and like you can see it coming from miles away. You're like, this is
always coming. Oh Lord, it's coming.
And, like, so what are you doing in there? Are you just sitting? And
you're in like a wee pleasure boat.
Yeah.
There's like Logi, and there's a little guy like speaking Japanese, taking you on a wee tour, and he's got a shotgun. Because he's like, oh no, we won't need this.
In case we get a real shark coming in.
You go around and
character, man.
You go around and there's like another boat exactly the same as yours with a big bite out, it's sinking. And you're like I'd been on this obviously in America, so I was like, haha, I know this. And Sinead was like, is that meant to happen? So the shark like chases the boat and bite, like I think in America it bit like an electric wire on the boat, and like sparks appeared and it sprayed water at you, and like it attacks the boat and it hits the boat from underneath and stuff.
Yeah,
and like people are just shitting themselves. And at the end, like the shark's like dead almost, but then it like makes one final lunge, and Sinead jumped on me. She's like, like, yes. Got you.
Still got it.
But like that was awesome. We bought some Jaws merch.
Yeah, I seen the Jaws cake that you guys had as well.
We had a wee cool cake. Like, it was like a wee sponge roll, but it had like cream to make it look like waves, and then a wee gummy shark fin on the top.
That's awesome.
I think I put it on the Instagram, but if not, I'm going to put I've got like a selection of photos I'm going to stick up. On the Instagram.
What's the Instagram?
It's patchusinofficial.
Oh, nice.
Put them up on the day that we upload this podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that for you guys.
I've got a ton of stuff to put on Instagram, but I'm taking photos and try to spread them out, because if you put them on all at one time, people just skip by.
They'll look through the first two and then just be like,
yeah,
fuck those guys.
Nice.
A like by. Universal Studios was great, getting engaged was great, coming back to you guys and celebrating was fucking hilarious. We went karaokeing again, right?
Yeah. And Rory was with us this time.
Our friend Rory turned up. Yeah, like
just turned up.
He came in like,
hey, look who
he turned up. He turned up one of the days we went to the Asahi beer tower. Hamish,
this was awesome.
The beer tower looks like a beer.
How big is this?
It's a massive tower. It was huge. 56 floors. Somewhere.
So just like,
and it's
like a normal beer in Jason's hand.
It was so huge steins of beer at the top with an amazing view over Tokyo, and we were like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Were you shaking it up there as well?
No, I don't know.
He had beer.
I don't mind
beer.
Yeah.
Like, it was great, because you ever watch like films about like cyberpunk films and anime or whatever, and you see Tokyo and you're like, that looks amazing. Like, it just looks like the concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Like, I've never really been impressed with like New York or anything like that, but like Tokyo was always well more impressive, because of the scale of like how far out it goes, and as far as you could see was just this city, just in every direction.
And which was crazy, earlier on in that day we went to the temples.
Yeah.
There was a temple in the city where we were coming from. It was insane.
Yeah, and it's like there's so much free space around these temples, and it's so quiet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you leave there, it's just like
chaos.
Chock-a-block.
Yeah, and people are so respectful.
Yeah.
Around that temple, except that guy that robbed me and you.
Yeah, that guy that robbed us. It was like, wait, he did that old. He completely robbed us. It was like
he gave Dom that little bracelet.
See that wee bracelet there? It was a wee bit of a hustle. It was like a monk hustle.
The monk comes up and he's like, oh, free gift, puts all this stuff on you. He's like, donation.
And then
like, the last donation's like 10,000 yen, 5,000 yen. And you're like, 5,000 yen.
So he got me, and Hugh started coming up, and I was like, no way. And he got Hugh as well. I was like, fuck.
I was like, fuck you, Dom.
So we both put 5 in, and then he was wanting more, and we're like, no.
He's like, I want 10,000. They're like, fuck off.
You got 10,000. You got 10,000 for two. Fuck you.
It's like about taking my shit back off him. I was like, fucking give me that back.
It was cool wee things we did there as well with the fortunes and that. That was an interesting sort of experience too. Yeah,
you put like 100 yen in this little thing
as a donation for him.
And you get a box and you shake it, and a wee stick comes out with a symbol, and on it you take a symbol, and there's like a big wall of symbols, and you match it, and there's a wee drawer with a fortune in it, and we all got good fortunes. Cool, we all got great fortunes.
Yeah, they all got good fortunes.
What did you get them?
I just got an average fortune.
You got the okay fortune.
I got an okay fortune.
What is that what it said? Okay,
basically.
We got the good. He got the medium fortune.
Do you know what was hilarious?
It wasn't bad, it wasn't good.
It was just like, it's just an average sort of one. But do you know what was mine was it was so funny that it was all in Japanese in the front, and we were sitting, me, Hugh, and Sinead, with our phones, going like that. Right, we got the Google Translate for it, and then was it Jason just walked up with, "Can you just turn it around? It's got it in the back." And we felt like such idiots. And then a lot of other people came up to us because we understood theirs, going, "How did you guys get that?" I went, just turn it round.
Two Australian girls are like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "They just flipped it." It's on the back.
You should have got your money back from the monk. You should have been like, I'll translate it for you for 5,000 yen.
see, his was like, "You can try, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get it.
Right, you're going to get what you wanted." I was like,
that sounds like a bad fortune.
No, it's like, you can try and it'll work out, sort of.
Yeah. But there's no point in trying, so just give up. I was like, alright, okay.
So what did yours say then, Hugh?
I can't remember. Sinead's got them in the...
He said he'd get an extra 2 inches, and he's like, yes.
On height?
On width, mate. Like, fuck!
Damn it, I can't afford any more width.
I can't afford any more width.
What a holiday though. Like, I think Japan's incredible. Like,
so, like, the karaoke part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. So we bought a wee bit of the bubbly.
Champagne. Big bottle of champagne. Oh, no. First, that night we went to Ribera Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah, that was really interesting, man.
Oh, yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
Do you see the...
Really nice.
It had MMA fighters. It had Ken Shamrock pictures in it. It was just covered in pictures of the owner and MMA fighters, kickboxers and wrestlers. And on the menu it had a Yokozuna steak.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But it also had a Badr Hari cake. But like, and probably not a lot of people know this, but Badr Hari was a K1 kickboxer that I used to like watch. And I was like, that's fucking strange. Why is he on the menu?
Yeah.
Obviously, probably a big customer there.
Yeah.
It was cool though. It was really cool. The steak was phenomenal.
It was really
good. It was the best steak, and it was just a steak with a little side of sweet corn.
Yeah. Butter. A wee bit of butter. You can put
wee bit of butter on top. It was lovely. Anyway, we walked back to the karaoke.
Yeah.
And this karaoke was slightly different.
What kind of steak was it? Was it that? What's that really the expensive one that was meant to be like amazing? No, like
Angus.
No. I mean it's like more Japanese.
Wagyu.
Yeah.
Wagyu A5.
Oh, we watched videos
Kobe.
of it. Aye, Kobe.
It's all
Kobe.
yeah, Kobe.
Kobe.
I had some. Me and Dom had Kobe while we were there as well.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Worth it.
Because like that's when we met up with Scott and Jill and all that as well.
Yeah, in Shinjuku we went to it's a special type of restaurant where you basically get a barbecue on your table.
Yeah.
And you just cook your own meat. So we got a selection of A5, A4, like different grades of beef.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
Me and you were just like, this is...
I get right into wasabi as well.
Yeah, you were
that
just...
was so nice.
Yeah.
Just adding it on top of it, man. You're like, oh.
Yeah, you get a wee bit of wasabi and you just like get it all over your rare cut and you're like, this is fucking amazing. Why is Japan so much better?
How the fuck did I have to be born in Scotland?
I know. Everyone's fucking burning meat.
Anyway, man, your side play karaoke.
Well, after the Ribera Steakhouse, we're going all over the place. We should have probably
written this down.
went to Big Echo. Big Echo, mate.
Big Echo.
Is they're everywhere, karaoke places. But
unlimited drink as well, mate.
Unlimited drink for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And they gave us a tablet, right?
So this is different from Jack phone.
Yeah, you didn't have a phone, you had a tablet to order your drinks.
It's probably easier than Jason's jerk.
No, but it wasn't in English, except the headings were in English, so it was like cocktails, beers, whiskey or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had no idea what we were ordering. So eventually I was just pressing everything and just pressing order, because it was free. Sort of free anyway, it's unlimited drinks. So like every 5 minutes this poor guy was just bringing in trays of random drinks and just putting them on the table, and we're like, oh, that was nice, we'll take that one. And like, we got so fucking drunk, man.
Roulette drinks, it was so fun.
Like 2 hours in, we had to stop ordering drinks. We were like so drunk, like, and we'd put too many songs on. Like we were just like it descended, didn't it? We were just all wasted.
Sinead went from okay, well, we're having a good singing time to absolutely I'm up.
Sinead was celebrating very well.
So she should have.
Jason lied to her though. Jason, we got this drink. It's called Cassis. I think you ever heard of Cassis?
Don't think so.
It's tastes like juice.
Yeah,
it tastes like fruit juice. And Jason's like, oh, I think that's just fruit juice, and gave it to her, and she drank like 4 of them, but they were like spirits.
Yeah,
and See, it was right next to Scramble Crossing where we went for the karaoke. So you try to get her across that Scramble Crossing. She was staggering all over the place, and I'm like holding on to her. But this isn't frowned upon in Japan, by the way.
No, it's not. Do you know what was happening while we were walking towards the train station? Could you remember what we seen?
A guy was just lying on the floor.
No, he was crawling.
And we were like, "Come on, man!"
We went up, gave him moral support. We were like, "Come on, son!" And they just saw Danny.
But like in Japan, they go out every single night.
Yeah.
Like they just go for it every night.
There, yeah.
But like this wasn't an issue for them. So like I got her on the train. She was so drunk. It was standing room only. I was holding on to her.
Like a good fiance.
Yeah. Like I had one arm holding on to this.
Showing the guns.
I wish, because I was in so much pain because I was holding on to this, and I was holding on to her, I was holding on to the barrier, and I was holding on to her, and then the train was moving, and she's moving, and I'm like trying to hold on to her, and then like we get to a stop, and loads of people go off, and I just sit her down on a seat, and I'm like, stay there, and I sit next to her, and she's like holding on to my arm because she's so fucking drunk. We're like 1 or 2 stops away from my hotel, and I'm like, right, cool, we'll get back to the hotel. Throw her in bed, she'll be fine in the morning. Gets to about 5 minutes before we get to the hotel bit, and I go, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No." And then it's just all over my arm, all over my shorts, all down my leg, on my trainer, and then on the floor of the train. I just looked straight ahead of me, and there's this other couple, and I think they were Australian or something. They just started laughing, and they're like, "Don't worry about it. It just it happens."
They say that happens all the time.
It happens all the time,
and I'm like, "What?"
So like, it gets to our stop, Shimbashi. I just grab her and just fucking get out the train, because I could tell she was going to be sick again. So we get out of the train station, which was a bit of a kerfuffle because my card didn't work, so I had to make her stand somewhere. So I walked somewhere else to get money in my card to come back, and I was like, it was so busy as well. So we're walking back to our hotel, and it's a good 5-minute walk, and she's like staggering left and right, and I'm like holding on to her, like try hold on to her, like to try to keep her close to me, but again, like no one was bothered by it. Like everyone was celebrating. The only thing people were bothered by is I was covered in sick all down my left side.
They're very hygienic as well. So
she had a fillet steak before that, so it was just chunks of steak all over me. Then we got back to the hotel, and like I tried to like put jammies on her, put her to bed, and clean myself up. She was singing "Under the Sea" from Little Mermaid. She was under the sea, and I was like, "Shut up, man!
Just go to bed."
Just go to bed. And then she just got up and went into the shower and just been sick in the shower. She was like sick in the shower like 3 times.
At least it was like on the way home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine if it was like middle of the time that you were out.
She is not a drinker. She's sick every time she drinks, but she was celebrating an engagement. So
quite right, man. Yeah.
So while we left Hugh to deal with that, we were still getting on the train home. We switched trains to get back to our hotel. And we sat down, and we noticed there was a big pile of sick at the front of the door. Big Jason turned around and goes, "Is this the same fucking train we're on?" I went, No, that's more closer to the door, mate. We'd have no idea, man. So we're just sitting, and there was a couple in front of us just talking away because they were heading to the Disneyland bit, because our hotel was about half an hour away from that.
Right.
One of the stops, the business of businessmans came up, just with a big businessy suit, wearing his businessy suit, all tied up. Sat Mr. Salaryman, Mr. Businessman with his suitcase, stands up, starts walking towards the sick. I went, wait, slips, and I mean goes vertical up like that, cracked down, sick all down him, stood right back up, and just kept going. Me and Rory were just hurting my ribs, so just couldn't stop laughing.
It's amazing.
That's a shame, but it's funny as fuck.
You just expected cartoon noises like it's time for that. So as you know, that couple did say to you, it does happen.
It does. It must happen.
Clearly, it must be kind of.
We've seen a lot of drunk people, but Japan's one of them cultures where they get drunk and they just don't bother.
No,
they don't bother with it.
If it's part of the culture, then no one's going to say anything. You know what I mean?
One night we were outside Shimbashi Station at a wee izakaya, which is the wee bars, and we were having some beer. And this biru, and this salaryman walked up to us. He was with his friends. I think that's what they are. That's what you call them. They're just all in suits constantly, and they're just that's what they call them, salarymen. And He came up and he's
It's like the worst superhero ever. What's your superpower? They're like, I get paid a set amount every year.
Celery man.
I get up and go to work every day. He came up and I think he was just trying to talk to foreigners, like, and I think his friends were kind of egging him on to do it. And he was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And we're like, "Oh, Scotland." "Oh, Scotland or whatever." And like, it was kind of quiet for him. He was like, "Japan." Pointed himself.
No shit.
Said Japan, like, and that just killed us because like, that's it. That's the end of this communication. Like, his friends were like they were saying stuff, and we were like, "It's definitely taking the piss at us." But like,
their laughter stopped though. So as Jason went, "I'm going to the toilet," stood up. They all just sort of looked at him.
And all of this fucking absolute
had to duck to get into the bar.
Do you know how many times I had to duck to get into places?
Oh, I felt so bad for him, man.
The toilets he was going in, I'm not even sure how he got in and out.
No, same.
Like, ridiculous. But it was like, they were like John and laughing and stuff like that. And then Jason like stood up from this wee little bench he was sitting on. He just stood up and it was like he just kept rising.
It's like bwah, 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 bwah.
And then like he started walking and then he just said, "Oh." Didn't a kid call him Godzilla?
I did call him Godzilla.
I noticed your Godzilla t-shirt.
Oh yeah, it's very nice, isn't it, man?
Yeah,
sorry, your Jason t-shirt.
The artwork at the back, man, is fucking tits as well, man. That's really cool. That was a good place as well, the Godzilla store.
Yeah, Godzilla store was nice. That's where I think Sugaya was.
Yeah.
A whole store for Godzilla?
No, it was like a corner of a floor was Godzilla stuff, but it was all cool.
The Godzilla Hotel was there as well. We caught the big man doing a roar.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet.
Giant Godzilla head. Yeah, that was pretty
He's
cool.
creeping over the cinema, the Toei cinema.
Yeah.
As well. They were doing the Terminator Japanese premiere.
Dark Fate, and there was hundreds of like T-800s. And
you know Arnie was there?
Was it?
Aye, big Arnie was there. He's cycling about Tokyo as well.
Oh, was
I
it?
didn't get to see him.
Did you guys know that Taylor Swift was also in?
Did you know?
My little sister texted me and said her and Ed Sheeran were there, and if I could kill them both, that'd be good for her. Nah, I'm busy. I'm busy drinking beer. We drank beer every day because everywhere you went, like sometimes it was like the choice is water or beer, and you're like, oh fucking beer. The other greatest drink in the world is melon soda.
Oh, melon soda.
Melon soda, man.
Do you know melon soda? Did you have any of the plum wine?
Yeah, I had a bit of yours. Let me try that.
Yeah, plum wine, mate. That's so strong. I really like that as well.
It was the first
that melon soda though.
So good, man.
It was basically like Slurm from Futurama. It looked like that, and it tasted so good.
We tried to find some bottles to bring back, but we couldn't find any. Like, it might just be a fast food, like, or a restaurant.
Casual. Are you allowed to bring a lot of stuff back?
Yeah.
Obviously, you got me that energy drink, but
I brought 6 of those Monster Cuba Libres back.
They were really nice as well.
Super nice. I brought
Kit Kats.
So many Kit Kats back. Hundreds of Pikachu biscuits.
Like the green tea Kit Kats and stuff like
Sinead's got bags and bags and bags. She loves that green tea shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much in
you
Japan.
Can't buy that on Amazon. Like,
yeah.
She bought it in Japan.
Aye.
They were so cheap in Japan as well.
It was like £1 a bag. So she was she ate so much green tea over there. I hate that stuff, man. Remember that time I made the green tea cheesecake for her birthday and you tried a bit and you were like...
Sinead was the only one that liked it.
Yeah, you were like, I'm not eating it.
That's great, Hugh.
Tea just tastes stale to me, though.
That's kind of, I mean, she liked it, so that's amazing.
I also did not want to come back from Japan. Like, I know that this has just been random stories, but like every day we did something super fun. Like we saw the Gundam that day.
Yeah, Unicorn Gundam.
Yeah, like... Man, I'm not even a big Gundam fan, but like, it's still cool.
Still cool to see.
It's like 50 feet tall, and like it transforms, and you're like, we can't even get Brexit done. And Japan is building working Gundams.
And it was lighting up and all that, and the music played. Oh,
they are so into their own culture. It's amazing. We are not like that.
No. Between that and the T-800s, I'd be worried that they were rising up. You know,
there is a T-800 that we've seen as well.
Yeah, and Shinjuku Station, like, see out the walls, the whatever the new Terminator's called.
Dark Fate.
No, like the model.
Oh, right.
It's not T1000. It'll be the
T2.5.
T1001. Like
69 420.
Voice it.
Like it looked like it was coming out of the wall. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Me and Sinead get lost in Shinjuku Station, which is the biggest train station in the world.
How big are we talking?
We're talking
fucking huge.
They're miles. Like miles from. Like, remember the train we got? And it's like, right, you go off at this platform, walk a kilometre, to your next platform. You're like, what the fuck?
That's got to be a typo.
But mate, me and Sinead, like, we were like, right, how do I get Tactician Bash? You're like, well, I was googling it, and I was like, right, this one. But this, like, I think they employ people to walk around and just like see foreigners are lost and show them the way, especially during the Rugby World Cup. And he was like, no, get this one, go here, go there, and go there. He wrote it all down, gave us a load of stuff, and took us all the way to the platform. And I was like, fucking, that was super nice. But like, I was like, I'd never have found this.
No,
mate, it's honest. Like, there's like 200 exits, but they're only numbered. So you're like, see, when you Google it, you have to Google what exit to get out of, because if you get out of the wrong exit, you could be miles away from where you want to be.
Go around a long way.
Crazy, and you'd think like all that infrastructure would be hard to manage. Trains are perfect.
Yeah, no problems.
I heard, like, I don't know if this is true or like an urban myth or whatever, but if a train's late, they'll like write a letter to your boss to say like that, it was the train's fault that this person's late, not them sleeping in or whatever.
That's crazy.
I could probably believe that, because like I don't think I dealt with any missed trains or anything like that.
They were every 5 minutes.
What I liked about the train stations is any time that you pulled up to a station, some music played.
Every station had its own jingle.
And then when it came to Halloween, on the 31st, it all had spooky ones.
I fucking love Japan.
It made me so happy in the morning. I looked round and all the Japanese people just were basically like nonchalant, looking at the phone, listening to music, and I'm like, they're missing out on this. But like, I would love to have this. ScotRail just show up instead of going, trains delayed,
trains cancelled.
Get the fuck off, we're getting your money.
Do you know what's funny? Like, where we live, we've only got one train track to where we go. We've got to go from our little town into Glasgow. And how many times is that fucked up?
Exactly.
And they're running
at least on the rail, you're fucked.
They're running the world's like most complicated infrastructure, and it's clean, it's on time, and everybody knows what they're doing. And you're like, why don't we just copy the Japanese?
How can it be so different? You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing that we're not?
Their job, apparently.
yeah.
Well, in Japan,
wait.
Spark that can.
I'm going to do it on the other side of the microphone this time, because it's really loud.
Here we go.
Ooh, still pretty loud.
Yeah, pretty crispy there.
Anyway, sorry,
Japan, awesome. I had a lot of like weird observations. They have a lot of jobs that we've got rid of.
Yeah.
Like attendants and stuff like that.
Safety attendants, people that would help you make your journey a lot easier, or
see, like on the streets, see the multi-story car parks.
Yeah,
they've got people standing outside them, like to just like help traffic come in and stop traffic if people are walking by and stuff.
All right, okay.
Like, they don't have that here, like, because
they assume just left to your own devices to do that. Like.
But it helps. Like, they've kept a lot of jobs that we just scrapped.
It became kind of redundant. Like.
Yeah, but that's why Japan's nicer.
I mean that's better for the economy in general, I suppose.
Yeah, everyone's got a job.
Now we're getting political.
We're going to get political for that as well.
Japan was amazing. I would go back tomorrow, and I think I might go back in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I never went to Nintendo headquarters, which I wanted to do in Kyoto, but I never had enough time. I bought a ton of games over there, and I'm going to put them on Facebook. They're all Square games or Dragon Ball. What else did we do? We drank, we partied, we saw everything.
Yeah, we went to a couple of theme restaurants, went to the Pokemon Cafe, which was really fun.
Nice.
We went to the Square Enix Cafe, which was...
so was it a theme, like just stuff on the walls, or...?
Yeah, the Square Enix one was just stuff on the walls, pretty much.
Yeah.
Food was trash.
Yeah.
Food was the worst. We had to go somewhere else and eat after it.
Yeah, we ended up going down like a couple of blocks, and they had like just a stall that sold chicken and Jim Beam on tap, which Jason could not believe was
like highball on tap. So like
great.
we just sat, and like sometimes you just have to sit and look because you're like, fucking, this is crazy. This
that was what day 2, 3. We were just like, it's just in awe of this big city.
Like it's so different. Like, we weren't worried about going anywhere either. Like,
no.
Now if you go to New York, you're like, I'm maybe going to avoid that street or that alley, or
I'm going to get mugged.
Or, any.
You guys just give your money to
monks, man. That's it. We don't get mugged, we get monked.
We walked everywhere, and we were not unsafe.
You don't feel like on edge any time.
No, and everyone was super helpful.
Yeah, because like when we were going to the Pokemon Cafe, me and Rory, an elderly woman was just looking at us going like that, needing help. We went, Pokemon Cafe. She went, follow me. And she started walking ahead of us, and I'm like, fuck man, this is like Shenmue, man. What's going on? Pulled us up, and she said, just in there. I went, like arigato, and she was like, just
Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh, you actually know something.
Yeah, that was very good.
It's crazy. Can you imagine that here? Do you know where the Pokemon cafe is? Like, fucking Pokemon, mate.
I'll fucking Pokemon you.
Fucking age are you?
When we went in, there was a giant Pikachu, a man in a Pikachu outfit, dancing.
I mean, do you know it was a man in a Pikachu
No,
outfit?
I don't actually know.
It could have been a Pikachu.
It could have been
An
a real
actual Pikachu?
Yeah, it could have been a real Pikachu. It was pretty big.
If they've got Gundam and stuff like that, then it could be a real Pikachu.
Here's the
man.
thing about all these cafes that we went to that had like a theme. Food was,
It's just
It was
more
very-
of a gimmick to get people
Yeah.
in, but they don't actually care about the quality.
Did
of
buy some Pokemon plushes though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bought my boy Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise.
fucking
Yeah.
size of Blastoise over there.
Yeah, he's my
Size
boy.
of that unit.
It's like the
Nice.
like I finished Pokemon Pokemon Gold and I never went back. Actually, I just got the new one, but that's another story. The Blastoise, I was like looking around at all these Pokemon. I was like, "Where's Blastoise? He's my favourite."
Where's my boy?
Where's my
I got
lad?
Totodile as well because he was my guy in Pokemon Gold. I don't actually remember his evolutions.
I can't remember. either.
Croconaw?
Crocodile, Crocodile,
Something to
Dundee.
do with a crocodile. Blastoise is a guy.
I just assumed you got like Squirtle and Blastoise and that because they were out of Charmanders. The better starter.
Fuck Charmander.
Oh, don't you start about Charmander, mate.
You know what? Fuck Charmander.
But what's your IGN rating of Japan then?
Oh, so 6 thumbs up.
Is that, like,
4.
is that someone from Alabama?
I've not done a whole ton of travelling in my life, right? I've
Yeah.
been to Paris, I've been to Spain, I've been to Florida.
You've been to EGX.
I've been to loads of places in Britain, EGX, yeah. But Japan was like something completely different.
Wasn't
it was
it?
an experience that I loved it. I did it.
Yeah.
Do you know, me and you had the exact same feeling when we were leaving it. We didn't want to leave.
I didn't want to go. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I wish I could just book up for another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like every day I woke up like, "Ooh, what are we doing today?"
Yeah.
Like,
What's the next adventure? What else can we
I'm not usually like that on holiday either.
I'm the
I usually,
exact
like, I don't know what to do. But I'm
You get to the kind of natural conclusion of the holiday and you're like, oh, I've had fun, but you know, I've kind of done what I wanted to do, but
exactly.
there's so much to do in Japan.
we missed out on a few things because we just didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
I didn't spend a lot of time in like Shinjuku, which is like the big touristy area and stuff like that.
I think I spent one day in the hotel for that, and it was just to fucking. I think it was just exhausted, see, from the amount of walking I was doing. I
Your
was like,
legs didn't work.
my legs did not work. But then I think we figured out that it was food poisoning we may have got from a place because it was me, Rory, and Big Jason didn't feel great. But they managed to go to like a zoo, so
It was a sad looking zoo.
yeah, it was a really sad looking zoo. But yeah, if anyone listening to this is thinking about going to Japan, yeah, try.
Definitely do it.
Definitely do it.
Just avoid the monks.
Just avoid the monks.
Yeah.
Tokyo Bay was a nice area what we were at, but you'll be able to see if you are like a bit unsure, watch the Olympics 2020 because Tokyo Bay and Tokyo City are the big main attractions for it. They were building stadiums when we were there, finishing up the last parts for the 2020 Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll be able to see that. Your boy Goku was on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
As
he's
well.
an ambassador
Yeah.
When's that? When's 2020 Olympics?
I think it's in the summer.
Right.
of 2021.
2021, yeah.
2021.
Don't go next summer because it's going to be busy.
Yeah, don't go next
Aye,
summer. for that.
it sounds busy enough.
Also, it was fucking hot the whole time we were there.
It was nice.
20 to 25 degrees every day.
It's been like 1-2 degrees here, man.
Yeah.
They opened our flights stopped in Dubai.
Yeah. First experience in
There
Dubai.
and back.
Yeah, connection.
Dubai's a crazy airport. You can tell that place has got money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you leave the airport? Did you have time? Or
No,
it's
we
just
had an hour,
Yeah.
and it was just enough to get to our next gate because that place is massive. But like,
Fucking huge.
we landed at 2 in the morning on the way there, and they were like, "Oh, the temperature outside is 20 degrees." I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, excuse me, what? Did he say 2-0?
So we got off, and like the humidity hits you. Poof.
Aye,
Wasn't the humidity
walking in the oven.
28 though? Because it was much higher. Because I was
Yeah.
like, fucking hell, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
But the air conditioning in the airport's excellent. They had this huge fountain as well. It's just crazy airport. It's
Yeah,
like
crazy money.
opulent. But like on the way back, we landed at 6 in the morning. He's like, "It's 22 degrees." And you're like, "What's going on in this place?"
Does this place ever get cold?
is this place the location of the sun?
But that's the thing. It's just desert, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
Middle East.
Sand dunes.
It just is nothing like we've ever experienced.
Yeah.
And then you get back to Scotland, and they're like, "Oh, it's 4 degrees outside."
You're like, that's much better.
They open it, and I'm like, "Oh, it's cold."
Oh, that's much
sweet home.
oh, my nipples. Oh.
Like we got over Scotland, and you just see the frost and the snow, and you're like, "Oh, God damn, why do I live here?"
Why? If you want to follow any of our stories that we've got as well, like Hugh will be uploading a few pictures, I hope, on our Instagram.
Loads. I've got tons.
patchusinofficial. We've also got our Twitter as well, patchusin. You can email us at patchusinofficial@gmail.com. You can also follow us on youtube.com/patchusin. Find our podcast on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast.
And Spotify.
And Spoofy.
If you've been affected by a scamming monk, then get in touch with us.
Yeah, please let us know
your story. We'll start a rebellion against the monk.
He tried to do it again.
He did.
Like,
remember?
we went to the other side of the temple and he came over as a free gift. And I was like, I've already got a free gift.
I was like that there, pal. He's like, oh. Anyway, boys, let's get into the news now. I mean, we might be a wee bit late in some things, but we'll try our best to
late on everything. Like
we had a wee bit of a break.
Maybe news isn't the best word.
Opinions, maybe. But
let's just talk shit about games.
Yeah. So our favourite thing that we like to keep talking about is the Xbox Live Game Pass.
Yeah, the best deal ever.
The best deal ever is getting even better. And we've also got the fact that the Game Pass didn't stop Gears 5 from outselling Gears 4, which is a big deal to show that even though it's a subscription base, it still has its market there to be. It shows that good games will sell.
Yeah,
regardless.
I mean, hopefully that's a good sign of the future that more AAA games and stuff like that will launch with Game Pass, because obviously it's not hindering their success. So
a good game will sell regardless for it, and that should be a state. I mean, it sounds stupid to say out loud because you'd think, oh, that good game should sell.
I think maybe people playing it on Game Pass gave it good reviews, word of mouth. That's actually really good.
Yeah,
people go out and buy it.
Because
that might have happened.
Do you know? I would think if, say for example, Titanfall 2. If that came out to Game Pass first,
oh my god,
I think that game would be
Just listen. My feelings.
Yeah, just listen. I would think that game would make Titanfall 2 even bigger than it should have been. What should have been? That's a great game.
That's Titanfall 2 is the most underrated game.
But do you think if it came out in Game Pass, and right away for people that had access to that,
if it came out in Game Pass in April,
because of when it came out, obviously it would have been a money issue for people. They wouldn't have bought that because they were buying COD
or the Battlefield 2.
That still fucking pisses me off.
But if they already had Game Pass, then they would have played it, realised, it's better, a superior game than the two of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it would have picked up a lot more steam.
Not on Steam, actually.
No.
Titanfall 2, man, what a game.
So also with that coming out as well with the Game Pass, a lot of things are now sort of been leaked for the 2020 release of the Game Pass. I've actually got the new Game Pass ones listed there as well for it. So you've got
look who came prepared.
I came prepared. They got a new tablet now, and the things they got everything for it. And this is also coming with console/PC.
Right,
so you can do that as well, which is good. So Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10,
Boring.
10, 2, 12, 11. Oh, I should have said 11, 12, shouldn't I?
that
listed very for it.
You're just keeping us.
It looks like it's 11.
Show me.
11's
online.
Aye. That's 11, isn't it?
No, that's 12.
Is that 12? Aye, sorry.
11's online.
12.
I don't think 11 needs servers and stuff.
12 and all the Lightning games as well. Tekken 7, all the new Yakuzas, 0.
Tekken 7's coming out.
Tekken 7,
nice.
yep. Yakuza, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 as well.
Zero and the 2 Kiwami games.
Yeah.
See when Yakuza Collection comes out next year, they're going to release them on Game Pass. Did they say anything about that?
I didn't see them, or didn't hear them say that.
Chances are probably.
Yeah.
If they've got the first 3.
One for it as well. My best friend Pedro and Halo Reach are coming out for Christmas as well.
Do you know that Halo Reach is impressive? Because I remember, 343 saying that they couldn't really get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
they
then
had a lot of problems with it,
Yeah, and then obviously they worked it out, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a good, I know it's blowing you out the water, but it's fucking good to have on a service.
Well, the Master Chief Collection was just added to Game Pass last week.
Was it? I thought that was always in it.
No, I'm sure it was new, I think.
Well, no, it was talked
sure
about.
it
They were
wasn't.
releasing it for PC. Remember?
Right, okay.
That was my thing.
I thought it was always been on Game Pass, Master Chief Collection. I thought all the first party games have always been on it.
Master Chief Collection had come out in Game Pass a couple of months ago, but it was because they were launching it with the PC because it's the first time Halo came back to PC. Or
since Halo 2?
2, yeah.
Halo 1 or 2. Master Chief Collection obviously getting this big update.
Yeah.
That's why they're probably acting like it's being released again, even though it's like 5 years old. But that's a good.
That's another one like Reach though that had a lot of problems when it first came out, and then
fucking fucked it up.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a little better now, obviously. So
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy games coming awesome, even though I've got those games like 6 times on every single console.
But it's good to have.
Yeah, it's good to have. Like, you know, it's achievements. I'll probably play for the achievements. I'm like, I need to get every achievement, every trophy in a Final Fantasy. The Yakuza games are cool. Hopefully they get Xbox One X patches then.
Yeah.
Make them come up, you know.
But then, like,
4K,
see with
maybe.
Yeah, maybe if they do it for the Xbox One X, it enhances the calling it.
Yeah, that's what Final Fantasy 13
yeah.
has basically got remastered. He's sparking a can in the middle of my sentence.
I'm trying not to interrupt you.
I know.
Let's
and look what you did, boy.
If we stopped every time that I sparked a can, we would never talk about anything else.
You're all fucking day.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Final Fantasy 13 got an update which basically remastered it.
Yeah, they put up the cutscenes and all that.
The cutscenes went from like 360 to 4K pretty much.
Yeah.
So because they had to compress it so much to get on a DVD, and the textures and stuff now are like really high quality. They've basically redone the whole game to make like it's almost like a PC version.
Yeah.
I've yet to play 13 properly, but
I was still a bit worried for that as well.
Yeah. Like when that came out, I kind of fell away from RPGs, and then when people were like, "Oh, it's not that great," because it obviously got.
They said it was very linear to like a hallway sort of a Final Fantasy hallway, but then you go, kind of most of them are a hallway. Final Fantasy X was very streamlined for that. A lot of people forget, but
so was 7 and 8.
Yeah.
I know you get the ship and you fly about in 7
and 8.
You
fight the ruby weapons and stuff like that in 7.
It's not a massive map.
So you've also got the news with BioWare for it as well. I don't know if you've heard the 2 big newses for it. Mass Effect, 2 big newses. 2 big newses there.
He's been in Japan too long, I can't remember English.
I'm not even very good at English to begin with. Big news coming out saying that a Mass Effect game is in the works for it.
Right.
A good one?
We don't know. I mean, Andromeda was a bit...
Hold on a minute, Hugh. What Mass Effect games have you played?
One.
What,
Just one?
The first one?
One.
Just one?
One game or the first one?
First one.
Right, okay.
Jesus.
Right, so you don't really know if Andromeda was good or bad then, do you?
I'm taking the consensus. It was a bad game.
I didn't enjoy it, and I'm a big Mass
I know the
Effect
story
fan.
behind it. I don't know who... Was it Jim Sterling or someone came out with a video that said, like...
Big Jim?
They were basically trying to make No Man's Sky. They couldn't.
Yeah.
So they had to scrap it and try and make a game in like 18 months, and that's why it was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same team that made the original trilogy.
Yeah.
It was a different team, and it just wasn't. And like they scrapped everything with Andromeda. They scrapped the DLC. They scrapped all the support.
It was supposed to be doing the randomly generated feature. See that No Man's Sky had with like the billions planets sort of ones for it, but they just
generated.
They just couldn't figure. I think they had to use the Frostbite engine. Like
it was nowhere near as bad as everyone thinks it is. Though.
No, it's not. But it's not. It's not a Mass Effect game.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's where.
It felt like just plastering Mass Effect over it. But
it might have been the fact that they had the chance to make a Mass Effect game, but EA was like, "We're just going to put this out.
Yeah,
this trash out."
I mean, it kind of reminds me of like, have you? I don't know if you've played what's the new WWE game? Is it 20 now? 2K20. That's apparently like terrible.
Yeah,
purely because the main team left.
Do you know why the main team left?
No.
So the main team left because they wanted to make another WWE All Stars. Right. They wanted to make a fun
arcade game,
an arcade game, one that you can have a bit like we're not going to have this real life simulator.
Yeah,
everything's got to look good. 2K told them, no, go fuck yourself. So they went.
Haven't they been awful for about 7 or 8 years now? Every game.
See, after 13,
this new one's meant to be absolutely terrible, and it's because they had to basically make it in less than a year.
Yeah,
like.
But then, they deserve all the shit they can get. I don't care when they turn around and say, "Oh, but you're being too harsh." They've only got 1 year to do this. They shouldn't be releasing game. It's not WWE. They can turn around and say they're sports entertainment. They're not a real sport.
Yeah, they shouldn't have seasonal games.
They shouldn't.
It's not like football where you've got
updated rosters.
Even then, that's a bit much because you can just do a roster update with an update.
That's
patch.
what I don't believe from that as well. But then you can see how badly that they did the ports for it as well, and they needed more time in the oven. And they could have just left it. They could have just cancelled it.
I
but
remember
they had
the Switch
deadlines.
port of last year's game, and it ran at 10 frames a second. And they never fixed it.
And they released it, so they can go fuck themselves with this sort of
why are they doing why are they doing yearly releases?
They shouldn't be doing that. But then when they try to get the sympathy for it, they don't deserve anything like that. They release games and don't fix them. They can go fuck themselves. 2K are the fucking worst.
They shouldn't bother putting a number on it. They should just make games. You know what I mean?
2K are swimming in Red Dead and GTA money.
Yeah.
And WWE's a big license. They can
afford to take a year out and make a decent game. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's what the issue they had with Assassin's Creed for the longest time. See, when they took a year out between it rather than do it every year, how much better did the games become?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because sometimes you get mired in what happened before.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to build on what the bad things you built.
Yeah.
And then, like, sometimes you've got to clear that away and go...
You got to clear that shit and start again.
Yeah. That's why I think UFC don't do yearly games.
I was about to say, like, there's not really been any more Fight Night games, but they, for a small while, did, like, a UFC 1 year and then a Fight Night and then a UFC.
Yeah.
You know, so they... But I think they had different teams, so it was like basically had 2 years.
Yeah,
like a game rather than one fucking year.
That's what they do the Call of Duties now. They've got like 3 or 4 studios, and they get.
They'll have like a Black Ops, and then they'll have a Modern Warfare or whatever.
And then they'll do like a Ghost or Advanced Warfare.
I think that's why, like, see when changes get made, it takes like 2 or 3 Call of Duties for it to actually
become good again. But also, BioWare are reportedly working on a complete overhaul. This is it in air quotes, a complete overhaul of Anthem.
Bunnies.
What a fucking shit show that game was, man.
Yeah. Have any of you revisited Anthem since it got launched?
No. I didn't.
It still sucks.
I didn't want it. Like, I had hopes because, like, I like Destiny 2 and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like looking forward to this mech Iron Man type. It looked kind of interesting.
Yeah, let's be honest, we all wanted to be Iron Man.
We all wanted
exactly.
And we get to be Iron Man next year with the VR Iron Man.
The Avengers
coming out.
Anyway.
But like, I had hopes, and then I played that beta, and it just killed it. And I was like, nah.
I don't even think it was that bad. Like, I think it was very much like the Division campaign. I'd play that, but then it's all the end game content. I hear a lot of people complaining about, like, it's not really engaging.
I don't find the story interesting and stuff like that. Like, I just think that team wasn't made, or they weren't used to making that sort of game.
Yeah.
And it kind of showed. But maybe they can bring it back. A Ubisoft style revival. Remember with Siege and Division and stuff like that? Because I thought Division was terrible when I played it, and the games probably aren't for me. But I think there's too many of them. I think maybe the time's passed for them now.
Saturated.
What are they called? The Schlitters?
I like Destiny because it reminds me of Halo.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's Bungie. So I get that kind of nice aesthetic from it. But like, I don't like playing a game where I'm just trying to get a better gun.
Yeah.
Even though I like RPGs where you just try to up the numbers, but there's a story behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it feels like there's an end goal there.
Yeah, there's progress. I'm not progress for progress's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm progressing towards a goal.
An ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Rather than just rinse and repeat, like, get a better weapon so you can get a better weapon so you can get a better weapon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's why I gave up Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Because I completed it, and then I was like, I don't want to play this.
Fuck this.
See, I did the same, like, I only played a wee bit of Destiny 2, me and Ross played it.
Yeah.
I did play all of the campaign in Destiny, and then I lost interest in, like, the raids, like, the end game content and stuff like that, like, so again, that's kind of what I feel like with Anthem. Like, I think I probably would like the campaign, or at least I'd like to play through it, but I wouldn't stick around after it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, another fan for that as well.
See if they update it, and it's out on Game Pass.
Yeah,
I'll give it another try. I'll try it again. I'm thinking about giving Sea of Thieves another try, even though I called that the most boring game I've ever played in my life.
But then again, they can always improve. See, that's what the thing is.
When I say things like that, I can see Hamish getting pure mad.
Sea of Thieves, man, you make your own fun in that. You know what I mean?
That's boring.
That's because you're boring.
That's because I played with you. Hamish like, right, up the anchor. Man, fuck, I'm not. You're not the boss, Hamish.
what was?
So that's what you actually you just didn't like taking.
I wanted to be fucking captain.
Captain Hugh.
Mate, the captain, like, who cares? It's a fucking game.
And then they were like, oh, you have to got the water out the fucking bottom.
Is Sea of Thieves the one where the meme came out of, like, is that boss music I hear?
Yeah.
Or is that Sea of Thieves?
Is that boss music?
Is that boss music I hear?
I think it was like a megalodon or something like that. Like, so that's something as well, like, if you've only played it when it first came out, you've not got a full idea of what it is now.
But the problem is, like, a product should be released day one and shouldn't have these issues.
First impressions are huge.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
But I can completely understand. See if they, like, they're sorry of how much of a fuck up it was.
Are you sorry?
Are you sorry? Did you fucked up, right?
It's Ubisoft all the time.
I wouldn't even call it a fuck up before. It just didn't have quite as much content as it could or should have.
And I'm one of them fuckers that actually bought it full price. It's sitting over there and it's on fucking Game Pass. I should probably just trade it in.
I bought it as well, to be fair, because it was. I
don't
get
think
much trading in.
Game Pass was out at the time it came out. But like, I tried it and I was like, this is alright. But then when you guys went off, I was like, alright, there's nothing for me to do.
I think it's quite fun. I quite enjoy it. Like, me and Ross played it a bit. Played it with my brother as well, and like it's one of those games.
You need a group, don't you?
Yeah, you need a group. See, doing it yourself, it's fucking stressful. Because you can lose your treasure and shit like that you've spent a while on getting. I was always just like, see if someone sinks me, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
That's the only bit I found fun, was looking for cunts to attack.
See, that's, I mean, like, you can do that.
That's like on the crow's nest, like, right, they're over there. No one can see me. I've got fake binoculars. I'm like, get them. Let's get them. Fucking drive right into them.
I mean, there is a lot more content than that now, and even like kind of stories, like, you know, a clue. Well, I say stories, like it'll be like a clue that leads you to another clue, and then you finish that kind of voyage after like so many steps and that. So there's a wee bit more structure. You probably would like it, but again, it would really just depend if we got a few of us on it.
Yeah, a group of people.
Like the three of us and Ross, for example.
Just have a fun.
I don't know I'd play with Ross.
Well, three of us and Jason or something.
I don't know I'd play with Jason.
Right, the three of us, fuck's sake.
I don't know I'd play with you guys.
He sits and plays. Fuck, I really this is pure boredom. Why is there no one want to play with me?
I think I even deleted it off my hard drive. Because I was like, fuck this, man.
Yeah. If you've not been playing it, that's fair enough.
So it's also been 10 years since Left 4 Dead 2 came out for it as well, and a lot of people have been wondering, where the fuck is Left 4 Dead 3?
Mate, Valve don't do third games.
It's behind Half-Life 3 in development.
Which is not going to come
and Portal 3.
Portal 3. They don't do third games, you know what I mean? Like
they're just waiting for that day that they need a bit of extra money. They're like,
so is it the Square Enix Final Fantasy 7 remake button?
Yeah,
they've hit that already, so just for that as well.
Like 15 didn't sell that well. Fucking press that
button fucking knocks us.
Have you guys played that? What was that one? Is it World War Z?
Yes.
There's like a game of that.
I feel that's just like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
well,
it's over the shoulder, so I went for it.
It's the exact same concept, but it's like, even though it's out years later, it just feels worse than that.
Yeah, how weird is it? It's very blocky.
I didn't even finish the like campaign. Like, you get stages in it and stuff like that. I got to like a third out of 4 stages, and I was just like,
fuck this.
I'm not even enjoying this, man. Like,
no, I had a lot of people like it, but
yeah, it's just
I was playing it solo.
Yeah,
and that's another one of those games, like, you play with people and it's just obviously more fun, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
See, I wasn't even a big Left 4 Dead fan. It was alright.
I loved Left 4 Dead, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think we played it on a stream one night, didn't we?
Yeah. Taking a journaling.
I think you and me
Birds, boy.
Tried to, at least, when we were really drunk. And I don't think we got very far.
There's been some rumours and all that of Breath of the Wild 2 release date of 2020, saying it's going to be November 2020.
They must just be using the engine and Majora's masking it.
Yeah.
Where like they just create another interesting story in that world, because I think they spent a lot of money making Breath of the Wild, and they probably made it back, but
definitely they like, fucking hand over fist, definitely.
There's more money to be made with this engine.
I wouldn't really expect them to make a new engine every time they're making a new game, you know what I mean?
So I've heard a lot of people now criticising Breath of the Wild, which I find strange, saying it's like, it's not as good as what everyone thinks it is, and then their reasoning is just the same ones that you heard from other people of weapon breaking. It's quite a distance you need to go, so it's like, it's the same problem that people had when it first came out that weren't used to it. It's not fair that you can die in a couple of hits. It's like, but that's what the game was day one. It's so bizarre. But it's a rumour to 2020 November.
That's weird, because when it came out, it was almost unanimous that it was the greatest game that was ever released.
See, that doesn't really make sense, because you get games like Dark Souls, which are extremely unforgiving, but are revered. You know what I mean? A lot of people they
have that get good culture. As well, that people are like.
I don't even find Zelda Breath of the Wild that hard.
No, I don't either.
I think it's really interesting. Like, I've not played it myself, but. See, like, watching videos of people, you know, the dungeons and stuff like that, and like some of the inventive ways that they come up with getting through a dungeon and stuff like that. It's interesting, you know what I mean? Like,
but I think it's just because people they just want something to say that's like, you like that thing? I don't like that thing. And you're just
like Hamish likes the Joker, but it's not actually that good.
Do you know he wouldn't shop about that in Japan the whole time because there was Joker posters everywhere?
Oh, right.
So, look at that mediocre film go by.
I like it. You went from, like, when we first talked about it, like, before Dom had seen it, you really liked it, and then the next podcast after Dom had seen it, you talked about it, and you were like, I've got some issues with it, and now you just fucking don't like it at all.
No, I do actually like it. I just think it's funny because it's one of them films that if you don't like it, people get mad at you about it.
Yeah, it's so strange.
This is a great film, you should love it.
It's not that I didn't like it, I was like, it's quite good. But like, it's not groundbreaking. I don't.
That kind of film is always going to have fanboys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That are like,
do you know how I said it was a sad boy film?
Yeah,
it's for all the sad boys.
Sad boys.
It's a sad boy film. Look at him, his life's hard.
Yeah, do you know? He's basically mean Post Malone fans. Like,
yeah,
we don't relate to that.
I like Post Malone though.
Posty's a good boy.
All right, sad boy.
That's like the new OK Boomer.
Everyone's like, oh, his life is so hard. That's just like my life. I hate that. I hate.
You're absolutely not meant to relate to him.
That's the point of the film. It's a villain's origin. You're not meant to go, you know what? I quite get why he killed those people.
They had it coming. Yeah.
Anyway, away from the Joker.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah. So, if we're speaking about movies anyway, we can just jump onto that, any movies that we've seen, because while we were on the plane, I did not sleep at all, so I got to watch quite a lot of movies on the plane. So, a few that I've just rewatched and just for, nostalgia's sakes for it. By saying nostalgia, I don't think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is nostalgic at the moment.
I also watched that on the plane.
Not far away enough.
Yeah.
But, in fact, I think I put up on the Instagram.
Hey, what's the Instagram, Hamish?
patchusinofficial.
Oh, good mate.
Keeping me on my toes.
He's toesy woesies.
He was looking at the beers, like how many's he had. Like,
I'm checking that glass. That glass is pretty empty.
So they've got a sequel, announced for it.
I'm so excited for that. Do you know it never made as much money as like what they thought it was going to make? Because it's animated.
I was
going
to say, I think a lot of people were like, an animated film, that's a kid's film, or that's not going to be as good.
It's well better than
it's
the
made.
films.
See, because it was Oscar winning as well.
Yeah,
I think that's what really helped it. But see, the DVD and digital sales of it supposedly skyrocketed.
I tell everyone they need to watch it. If they even like Spider-Man a little bit, they need to watch that.
I mean,
film.
even when I was watching it from Glasgow to Dubai, and the guy beside me started watching it, kind of he's like that. He's like, "Is that good?" I went, "Oh yeah, great movie." And he started watching it for it, and then after it was finished, he was like, "Yes, thank you." And I was like, at least one person, like
Dom's converting people.
Yeah, it's such a. Oh, because like
have I told you about our Lord and Saviour Spider-Man?
Just the scene that he was watching me was with Miles and his dad at the room for it. That's the bit he was just sort of like eyeing over. He was like, "What's going on there?" And he's like, he touched the. He's like, and then he says, like, "What's happening?" I'm like, he says, because I thought he was wanting out to go to the toilet. I was like, "All right, sorry." He's like, "No, what's the movie?" And I said that it was Spider-Verse. So, "Oh man, Spider-Man." I went, "Yeah." Showed him where it was on the tablet, and oh man, he loved it.
So could you just look through like a whole library of movies?
Mate,
oh yeah,
hundreds.
That's cool. That was Emirates, wasn't it?
Mate, yeah. See, when you go on holiday, if you get a chance to go with Emirates, go with Emirates, man.
Yeah.
See their economy, mate. I have the stretching. I had my feet under the seat in front of me. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I hate flying. I fell asleep on the way there, on the way back.
What else did you watch?
I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again.
Yeah.
That was really good for it as well.
Yeah.
We've already spoke about that and Spider-Verse on this podcast, but both of them top notch.
Quentin Tarantino. In fact, I think we cut this out. Oh no! In fact, I think I talked about it on the podcast that Dom didn't record. But,
who would do that?
Quentin Tarantino's fucking foot fetish, like feet everywhere.
It's on display.
Like not even subtle.
Yeah, he's all over that foot, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I got to see. I don't know if it's out in the cinema over here.
Cinema.
I don't know if it's out in the cinema over here yet. The Art of Self-Defense.
I've
not heard of it.
Jesse Eisenberg has one for it. It's.
That doesn't sound like a good noise.
So have you seen any of the sort of
Joker noise?
The Royal Tenenbaums and all that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So
I didn't really like it, but
it's a pure artsy sort of weird movie.
Yeah,
it was a lot like that. So basically, it's Jesse Eisenberg plays a guy that works in an office as like an accountant. He's walking back with dog food that he bought for his dog late at night, and these bikers pull up to him, like masked motorcyclists, and ask him if he's got a gun, which he just sort of ignores, walks away, and then he gets the shit kicked out of him. Just gets the shit absolutely kicked out of him.
Yes. If someone asks you if you've got a gun, you say yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like two right now. I've got two hands, I've got two guns.
Depends.
So again, that's why it was very strange. I was like, who rides up to someone and asks that question? Very strange.
A very careful guy.
So
I mean, if you're in America, like, fair enough, there's a chance that they'll have a gun.
Yeah.
But if you're going to mug someone, don't give them the chance to
sort of
draw their gun.
Yeah. So it's basically it seems these bikers go about attacking people that are just defenceless for it.
Okay.
So he goes, I'm going to get a gun and just, protect myself. The guy's like, it's going to take a while. It's like, 30-day waiting period.
Yeah. Background check and all that shit.
Background check and shit like that.
So he just gave him a rocket launcher.
Get your silencer loud enough.
He taught him self-defense, mate. Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off shit.
So he ends up walking by this karate school.
Right.
Starts going, okay, let's see that. Starts taking karate lessons, but gets really obsessed with it, like scarily obsessed with it, to the point that he walks about wearing his gi, like during the day. But so he has a lot of time off work because we understand what's happened. You've done a lot for this company. Take as much time as you need.
Right.
He gets his yellow belt and he's obsessed with wearing this yellow belt anywhere he goes, to the point where he went on Amazon and bought multicoloured belts for everybody, leather belts, so they can wear the belts outside in the real world. So the guy that's teaching him, his sensei for it, is like, oh man, I like your attitude. Your attitude's really good. Yeah, but women suck, right? And he's like, wait, what? And he has this sort of weird thing against women.
Pure misogynistic.
Yeah, but it's like comes out of nowhere. It's really strange. I kind of don't want to spoil.
Is he a Star Wars fan?
He's not a Star Wars fan.
What the fuck does that mean?
You know.
No, I don't. No, please elaborate.
Certain amount of Star Wars fans don't like women.
That's what he's going for.
Oh, but Jason?
But the movie itself is just very strange. It ends abruptly. There's not lots to it. You could see the twists and turns happening from it like a mile away.
Would you recommend watching it? Or?
Maybe if you're curious about maybe if you're
on a plane, aye.
Maybe if you're curious of what Jesse Eisenberg's been up to, apart from not being Lex Luthor anymore.
Hey, I'm just about to talk about Zombieland 2.
I was about to say, have you guys not seen Zombieland 2?
I saw it the other day.
So fucking good, man.
It was.
I liked it.
I liked it, but it wasn't good as Zombieland 1.
No, I think it's one of those sequels that is as good as the first one.
I felt far too long after Zombieland 1.
Yeah, but
it was good. It was really good, but I think all those jokes were played out in the first film. And then, even though, because I've not seen the first one in so long, they were funny, and then I was like...
they were kind of fresh, but if you'd done like a double bill thing...
Yeah.
They'd have been sort of...
And Woody Harrelson's still one of the best comedic actors. He should be in more comedy films. Jesse Eisenberg plays the best loser since Michael Cera.
Yeah. And I always get the two confused all the time, which is...
I'm so glad Michael Cera's career died.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, where is he?
I've not
right?
really seen him.
He's too old to play the creepy young guy now, so...
Yeah, it's quite funny that, have you guys seen This Is The End?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like a pure asshole in it.
Yeah.
He's just smacking Rihanna's ass and stuff like that.
Good lad.
Well, see, I was reading about this the other day, and basically, like, him and the director were like, can he actually smack your ass? And Rihanna turned around and was like, yeah, that's fine, but just know, like, because obviously she slaps him in the face afterwards. It was like, I'm going to hit you harder than you hit me, so, think about it. And apparently he got, like, a concussion, because she just fucking whacked him.
That film was amazing.
It was pretty funny, man.
There's just so many bits in it, you're like, I can't believe that they've done that.
Yeah.
See the whole bit with Emma Watson.
We just got robbed by Hermione.
Fucking amazing.
It's so good, man. James Franco is such a funny guy.
He was really good in that, James Franco.
Jonah Hill tried to be nice to the other guy. He's like, man, if I could do anything for you, and they're just like, you're so fake.
Oh man, shit. I love that movie.
But anyway, Zombieland 2, let's talk about that then.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Because on the plane I watched a lot of films that I'd already seen, and I was delusional on the way back because I hadn't slept in like 40 hours. So.
The only ones I really seen, what I watched on there of interest was like self-defense in Hollywood. Anyway, I did watch Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, that's
I love that shit.
I watched that like for the first time, like a couple of weeks ago.
For the first time?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was
Kronk your favourite character?
He's pretty cool. It was literally because I was playing, Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
I got Sinead Cards Against Disney as like a thank you for getting me like my last job. And we were playing it, and then there was like a demon llama card. And she was pure pissing herself laughing. I was like, what the fuck are you? What's so funny about that? You know what I mean? But then obviously she explained it, and I was like, I need to watch that because it sounds funny. I loved it, and it was really good.
I think it was like received well when it came out, but then later,
it doesn't.
So
it's not talked of as one of their big films. You know what I mean?
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
It's hilarious as Kronk. It's so good. I need to watch that again. There's so many Disney films. Like I talked to Sinead about, cause she's got every Disney film on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I was like, let's watch them from the beginning. Like, let's see them.
That would take you a long time, man.
I know.
That would take you like a flight to Japan.
I know. And like, there's so many. You're like, yeah, I don't want to watch this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sparking again. Thank you.
It's a big one. We'll probably get round to that at some point.
Cool. I would say
review Disney films. Snow White.
Just don't do the straight TV sequels, because you're talking about Aladdin when we're over there. The sequel to that.
Aladdin is one of the best films ever made, and then you watch Aladdin Return of Jafar, and you're like, what happened?
Is that a Homer Simpson?
I've never seen any of the Aladdin 2 or Lion King 2 or 3.
Aladdin 3 is actually quite good.
Aladdin 3?
But Aladdin...
Oh, it's, we were talking about Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, but Aladdin 2 I think was an advert for the TV show that they made. You know how they made a cartoon about Aladdin? It was alright.
Yeah.
It was
anyway, boys.
The game was amazing.
I know, we're way off.
Zombieland 2.
I thought this film was pretty good, but it didn't quite hit the same heights as the first one.
See, the thing is, you need to give it a bit of forgiveness, because it's... when something's new, it makes a bigger impact. You know what I mean?
What happens if something's borrowed?
I also think zombies are
or old.
Zombies are
Hugh or
zombies are played out at this point, though.
Yeah. Well, not so much now, but
when the first one came out in 2009, that was like height of zombie mania.
Aye, they were all over the place.
Yeah, I think Walking Dead had come out. Zombieland came out, and then you had
Walking Dead series.
They were all over the place.
Left 4 Dead. I was trying to get the game, and we were just talking about Left 4 Dead.
Not only that, but even games that had nothing to do with zombies would have a fucking zombie expansion,
or Dead Island, Red Dead Redemption
had Undead Nightmare and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was just
zombies
all
everywhere.
over the place. It's the same with when Twilight came out and vampires became this big fucking thing.
There's pirates, vampires, and fucking zombies were the thing.
Pirates are awesome, right?
Remember the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Yeah, it was good. Why go back to Japan?
I kind of do. Anyway, Zombieland 2.
Stars Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg.
The same fucking people.
It's pretty much the same people. Except
Rosario Dawson.
Is Emma Stone?
Emma Stone.
She's a good girl.
The original 4 are in it.
And
there's Rosario Dawson,
Luke Wilson. Who's the guy that's like Jesse Eisenberg?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. That I remember anyway.
I think he's in a TV show that I watch.
But they were quite funny.
Yeah, it's a good film, but it feels like it was a smaller budget film than the first one. Is that true? No.
I don't know. I didn't get that impression from it.
It was quite good, but
it didn't have Bill Murray. But there was a funny wee callback to it.
Rosario Dawson at one. You've seen the first one, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's like, I almost married you. And then I went, what?
Sorry, what?
He's like Bill Murray, where that guy shot him. You're like,
oh yeah.
Trying to not give away that it was him because it's Jesse Eisenberg that she's talking to.
Luke Wilson turns up and he's just like Woody Harrelson.
I don't like Luke Wilson. He just annoys me. I don't know what it is.
Wow. Nah, it's his brother.
That's Owen, mate.
I know.
Wow.
I just wanted an excuse to go, wow.
But he doesn't have the broken nose, does he, that Luke Wilson?
No, Luke doesn't. Owen
does.
Owen's had the broken 3 times. I think.
See, when I left the cinema, I was like, that was quite good. But I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But I did leave going, I want to watch the first one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those films.
How annoying was that fucking guy that played the guitar?
Berkeley.
I know you weren't meant to not like him, you know what I mean? I think.
Yeah.
But I just fucking did my head in.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies and that, is anyone else really, really excited now to go and see the new Sonic movie?
I mean, I would have watched it anyway. I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I love Jim Carrey. I think.
So, what do you think of the retouched Sonic? I mean, it's nice to be touched, I guess. I mean, see, the way it looks compared to the old.
Why didn't he even go the first route anyway?
No, that's just that must have been the plan. I think
a lot of people are thinking that that's what they've done. They purposely made a shit Sonic, but it's not. That's not true. Hollywood always do this shit where they think they know better than what we know what video games are. We make it look realistic, and then they make this horrifying fucking monstrosity.
It's weird because Sonic's got such iconic designs.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem like any logical reason why you would change it.
I mean, especially when you've seen earlier on in that year Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's the thing that boggled my mind.
I watched that on the plane, actually. You just reminded me.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Fucking what a movie.
Yeah,
that's a good film. Yeah. But that's the thing, if you're going to compare Detective Pikachu, which took the designs almost perfectly from the games and from the anime and stuff like that, and didn't fuck around with them,
they kind of just...
They just made them real.
Yeah.
Like, all you have to do is make Sonic look sort of like it would happen in real life.
Yeah.
Not make him some kind of weird, creepy looking...
not change the actual
fingers
base
and
design.
teeth. And...
Yeah, it was a terrible design. They went, we'll just redesign it and see what happens, and then the backlash came out and they were like, we can't lose money on this because we paid a lot for the Sonic license.
It was also more like the way that they were trying to come across with Sonic was not like Sonic, and they had Gangster's Paradise. Remember, everyone was like, what the fuck is... what is this trailer?
Yeah, what is Gangster's Paradise about?
But it was supposed to, because it's done as a Hollywood exec of, we know what we're doing. We know video game movies. We've done Doom.
2 Doom films.
2 Doom films. Dooms.
Yeah,
but then it's more like
an we talked about before. Yeah.
But I don't know, with Detective Pikachu, did they have a licensed song for that trailer? I don't really remember if they did.
I can't remember, but I just know that Pokemon is protected as a franchise
because it's massive.
It's the biggest franchise in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know it's made the most money as a media franchise?
Really?
It's made 90 billion or something like that. And like movies,
that made you Pikachu right there, didn't it?
But that's the thing. People think Pokemon died in the early 2000s, but it's like still like one of the biggest. It makes more money than Star Wars.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Nuts.
Well,
it fucking sells the shit out of 3DSs.
Yeah, that's the reason the 3DS stayed alive and the DS.
Like, I'll be honest, like I don't have a Switch yet, but I was like, Pokemon's coming out.
Yeah,
but then I heard some kind of bad things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I still bought both of them.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get it. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna bit of strange choices in it.
Do you know the crazy thing about it is you go, maybe I'll wait until it goes down in price. It's never going to go down in price.
Like Nintendo's quite bad for that. Like they don't
discount anything.
No,
which is annoying.
Yeah,
because you want to buy that Donkey Kong game that came out 4 years ago, but it's still 40 quid.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
I've already bought it for another console, but I want to buy it again.
So, with the Sonic trailer that they re-released for it, it looked more like what you'd think Sonic would be.
Sonic
Adventure. Jim Carrey actually had jokes in that trailer compared to before, where it was
didn't like
awkward.
What was it? It was doing the thing, when it was like
Austin Powers. I was like, that was 2003.
And you're like, oh man, that's not that funny. You're wasting Jim Carrey.
Yeah. And then he was screaming about his latte that he really wanted, and you're like, there we are.
Like Eggman or Robotnik or whatever you want to call him, he had a personality.
Yeah. He had pizzazz.
Do you remember the cartoon?
Yeah,
I know. He's just an angry man just shouting at his wee robots all day.
The cartoon was really cool, man. I liked the cartoon.
Yeah, the bit with, did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah.
So see what the paddle joke, like there was someone that cut him going, yeah, it was boring, but they had cool. The gift shop was pretty cool, and it was just him hitting that, and it zooms in just slowly on each of the characters, and it just goes on awkwardly for too long. My God, I love it.
Do you know, I would have seen it anyway, because we've got them in limited
cards.
It's Sonic. I had to go see it, even if it was a fucking trash fire.
Even if you had to, sit through the abomination that was the original design of Sonic.
Would you be surprised if it was if you heard of? You remember Newgrounds?
Yeah.
Would you be surprised if it was a Newground artist that actually did the redesign for Sonic?
Don't know,
they actually Paramount went out of their way to find the biggest Sonic art designer and brought him in to do the redesign.
How much do you think they paid for the Sonic license? Because Sonic isn't as big as he used to be, but he's still a big name.
After Sonic Mania,
I'd say
maybe he got a bit more. But then they released Sonic Forces, didn't they? So
at least $10. Which is technically correct, because it is at least
I would say
I'm not taking that as an
answer. How the fuck am I meant to know?
I would say a good couple of million.
Do you think that's the reason why they're like, right, we need this to be a success, we put a lot of money into this?
Do you know what the
James Marsden isn't, what's he done? X-Men? He was shite Cyclops.
Westworld.
Yeah, that's right.
I've never seen Westworld. The last thing...
he's been in a few things recently.
I only remember him from X-Men.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's definitely Westworld. And stuff.
Yeah, he's in Westworld. And I'm sure he's been in other things that I just can't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm tired.
He's it's not totally forgettable actor.
No, it's not even that. Like, I don't think he's an amazing actor, to be fair.
No.
But it's more me being tired. And
Jim Carrey is the guy in this film. He's the star power.
Yeah.
Even though his star isn't that bright anymore, he's done some really questionable shit in the last couple of years.
He's gone a bit mental.
People think he's an asshole.
Steady argue, he was also in Enchanted.
Is that Disney?
That's a Disney movie.
That's a Disney movie, yeah.
And The Notebook, 27 Dresses. I don't know the fucking
The
movies.
Notebook?
He was in a Notebook?
I thought it was Ryan Gosling or something.
I've only ever watched that.
I watched that with
yeah.
to like with a girl.
Appease a woman, yeah. Yeah, I watched the movie Victoria.
It's like
I like the fact that Ben Schwartz, the guy that was in what's he in? Parks and Rec is playing Sonic, because he actually does a pretty good Sonic.
Yeah.
why didn't they get the guy that does
And Neil
Sonic?
McDowell, isn't it? Aye.
I know.
With Paramount, I think the
So
reason.
Zombieland gets it.
So with the Paramount, with the Sonic picture for it, I would say that it wasn't to do with the fact that they thought they were going to lose money on it. Is that Paramount got blasted by fandoms. It was in the news. They were a fucking joke.
They've never
for releasing
seen
it.
entitled whiny bitches like fucking
Sonic
gaming
fans.
entitled whiny bitches.
Well, no, it's more like how can you, and I'm not wanting to use this sort of insert year here, but
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say in 2019,
Yes.
how can you not know what?
Sonic looks like.
Yeah, how could you not know what the fans that you're trying to get into your theatre to go and see this movie? How could you not know what they would like to see?
That's why I think it's, like a big part of me thinks it was done on purpose.
If it was done on purpose, fucking bravo to them.
Yeah.
Because that's genius.
See, to be fair, people moaned about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle remake
Yeah.
designs, which I didn't even think were that bad, but they never changed them. People still went and saw it. I think they were even successful.
Do you know the thing is though? They still were fucking turtles.
They were turtles. Aye.
They didn't look like monstrosities.
They had lips.
Yeah.
It was weird. They had lips. Turtles don't have lips.
Aye, but they still look like turtles. You could still go, they look like Ninja Turtles. You look at that Sonic and out of context, what the fuck do you think that is?
It doesn't look like that.
To
Looks like a fucking gerbil.
To be fair, the original Sonic never looked like a fucking hedgehog anyway, because he's blue. And
Dabba dee babba die. Sorry, I'm not drinking alcohol.
how long was it between like the whole outrage? I remember it.
I can tell you exactly how it was because I was in New York when the outrage happened.
So April.
Remember when they said basically that they will change the design?
I think this might be out by now.
The film was supposed to be out. It was supposed to be out October.
Yeah, so I think it cost them money to make this redesign because they have to re-render most of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would they be able to do that in this timeline?
In the time frame, a lot of crunch probably went into it.
Yeah, they probably paid someone a lot of money to fix it.
Or they already knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
so
see, that's like...
I don't know, because they already got a lot of bad feeling. It's not like they're getting good feeling now. They're getting a lot of, well, you should have did this in the first place.
No, from what I've seen, a lot of people are just like, yeah, we're going to go and see this now.
Any publicity is good.
Yeah.
Publicity, as they say, mate.
I mean...
I don't know, it was maybe just me being cynical, but I think they planned it.
But I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting if it came out that they did do that, because then, like, how many more studios do you think would go out their way to give you a shitty design to then go, we're just joking? They show up.
Do you think Nintendo would let someone make a Mario film?
They did. Before you finish that sentence.
Yeah, and it was not highly.
In 2019.
Oh, using my that was
That
smart.
was because they learned a lesson.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't make a Mario film that was like the original Mario film.
Very true too.
Yeah, they wouldn't make one. Like, Nintendo protect their properties now. I think they learned a lot from that film.
They probably just, I guess they had to, because, like, I mean, when was the last thing that you seen major motion picture?
Well, I know Detective Pikachu is not technically Nintendo because it's a Pokemon company and it's Game Freak and stuff like that, but they wanted to make a Zelda Netflix series.
And I think they sort of baby steps with the Castlevania one.
Yeah, but Nintendo don't own Castlevania.
Oh shit, that's Konami, sorry.
But like, Nintendo were super protective over Zelda because remember they didn't even let Link have a voice.
Yeah.
So they don't want someone to take their properties and make a story up that they're
and have
happy
the
with.
excuse me princess.
Excuse me, princess.
Princess.
Like, Nintendo know like how they make their money. They
know their bread and butter.
They don't let other people use their properties.
They're not reckless with it, you know. They're very kind of guarded.
Sega, on the other hand,
woo! They'll whore out Sonic to everybody.
You want a piece of this, hedgehog?
I will go see it. I will go see it now.
I
was going to go see it anyway, but I'll go see it now.
Definitely.
It'll look a bit better.
Hamish, any TV shows you've been watching, mate?
This came out of left field. I wasn't expecting TV. No, not really. To be honest, I've still got the very last season of Legion to watch. I need to watch that sometime. But I'm just expecting a pure head fuck because the whole show's just mental. You guys ever seen Taboo?
No, Taboo.
Tom Hardy? No, I've never seen that.
No, I've never seen it.
I think the next season's not out for another year or something like that. But that's good. It's only 8 episodes. Scrooby as Pips in it.
Scroobius Pip?
Yeah, the Scroobius Pip. Yeah.
Holy shit.
You should watch that, that's good. It's basically like Tom Hardy's been away in South Africa, and it's like set in like kind of
the 40s.
I don't even know.
Set in the olden days.
It's set in the olden days. Yeah, let's just go with it.
That's vague.
You were slagging Dom for being prepared.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know we were going to go on TV shows right now. Right, fuck you. Like East India Trading Company, like Pirate Times. It's
so like 1890s.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're saying yeah, but you don't know. The 1800s.
1800s, aye. But he comes back from South Africa, and then it's kind of, you're left thinking like, word is he's got supernatural powers.
Ooh.
Talk to ghosts and shit like that. But then there's also it kind of like, oh, maybe he's just fucking mental.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. It's definitely worth a watch.
He's getting a second season of it as well.
Again, yeah, it's been renewed.
Awesome.
And with Tom Hardy, and it's pretty.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's awesome, but he's a busy man. Obviously, like Venom 2's been announced and stuff like that, so he's probably been doing that. But
yeah, for it as well.
Venom 2. I can't believe we're getting a Venom 2.
Why not?
It made money.
The first one was fun,
Venom.
but like I honestly thought they were going to go right. We need to put Venom in with Spider-Man now. I think they were going to get 2 films out of Venom.
That's the plan.
That's
Well,
the
I mean, it was the plan, and then obviously that whole thing with Tom Holland. Is Tom Holland back now?
Yeah, he's back for 2 films.
Aye, there's meant to be a
Venom with Tom Holland in it.
Tom Hardy, Tom Holland, yeah.
The Tom boys.
Toms, yeah, and Woody Harrelson is Carnage.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, because I remember we were talking about that. Saying, I'm sure the last time we were on, we were talking about Woody Harrelson and the talks to be in Carnage.
No, he was in the end of the first Venom film.
Yeah, he was in like the after credits scene.
Yeah, because it was more like when we were talking. That was what was that movie I was just watching with
Zombieland 2?
No, not Zombieland 2. Woody Harrelson, Robert Downey Jr., Tommy Lee Jones.
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers, yeah. Because I was just watched that recently and we're talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was like, you mentioned he was
yeah,
Carnage.
he's Carnage, yeah.
Yeah, for it as well.
I watched a TV show on a plane.
Oh, what did you watch, mate?
A whole TV show?
I watched
that's
the
only
whole,
like 5 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
was super good. The hype is real with that show.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a wee bit around it, like Sinead and Raymond's, and I was just like, this is depressing.
Obviously. I don't know any of the actors except Stellan Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say his name?
Skarsgård.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
He's plays a Russian called Boris, obviously.
What do you mean, obviously? Is that the only Russian name?
Yeah. There's a lot of Victors and Borises and stuff. Are you sparking cans while I'm talking again?
I don't want to interrupt you.
But it's a good show. It obviously charts the tragedy that was Chernobyl's reactor accident.
Don't you mean Chernobyl's?
And the people that lived in Pripyat in Ukraine. And the fucking mentalness of bureaucracy in the Soviet Union when shit goes down and they're like, we don't want to be embarrassed. And it's like, embarrassed? There's a fucking open nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing. Have you ever seen Friday Night Dinner?
Yes.
It's got.
I think you've talked to me about it before.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The dad in it plays the engineer who oversaw the accident,
right?
And he's a cunt in it because like people are like, look, the reactor is open. You can see the fuel, and like that's obviously a bad thing.
So before you go any further, from what I've heard, that he basically is like 9 characters meshed into one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
leniency and stuff for them. It's like believability. They want you just to hate this one guy, but in real life it was like 9 guys.
There was.
I
think the point of the show is to say like the Chernobyl accident was the cause of a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Cheapness on this part of the Soviet Union.
Yep.
Bad procedures on the part of the engineers, and then just bad like
safety
and just like the design of the reactor was bad as well. And and then
it's not a matter of when this was going to happen. Not if it was going to happen. When it was going to happen.
It was also a criticism of the way it was handled by everybody. It was just crazy how like the people like we don't know. It was a massive accident in 1988 where a nuclear reactor exploded, which they shouldn't do because
I thought they just did that at the end of their natural lifespan here.
People think that reactors are like bombs and they can go off, but reactors are just heat.
Yeah.
So what they'll just keep getting hotter and keep getting hotter until they just melt whatever's underneath them. They'll just melt. But this one blew up, and they're like, "Well, that's not possible. How did that happen?" And you eventually find out, and it's a bad design, and it's already like it was already commented on and told, but because of the bureaucracy and
the bullshit,
cheapness
basically.
and the bullshit of people who didn't understand,
brought to their attention, but they didn't act on it,
and that's why it happened. But like, obviously, it was like 5 hours, like, and it was so good, like, and all these people knew they were going to die, like, because
but they went in and stuff like that to
they saved the Western world pretty much, because if
it
they allowed it to
there,
keep going, we'd have been in Britain, France, Germany, America. That radiation would have travelled and fucked us up. Which kind of scares me, because I was born about 8 months after Chernobyl.
I was born about I was about a year.
Is that why your face is looking at?
Actually, Hamish, I was already like conceived at that point, but you, on the other hand, were probably conceived. When were you born? January 89?
Please don't talk about how you guys were conceived.
I
think you were conceived around the same time as Chernobyl.
Yeah, on top of the reactor, mate.
I know. That's why
how do you think I got this extra arm?
Well, it's nothing really happens in it. Like the action scene at the beginning where it explodes and you see all the cool stuff happening, but then it's just all about people and how they react and what they're doing to try and solve this.
How they react to reaction.
And like people went in knowing they were going to die. But they had to try and fix it.
Yeah, the bravery of those people doing it as well.
The soldiers that had to go in, they died within like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like it was,
and even if they didn't, it would have been like
painful
illnesses for the rest of their life.
Cancer and birth defects and all crazy stuff. And it's completely avoidable.
Yeah.
Like, what a good show.
Yeah.
The only crazy thing is no one had a Russian accent.
Yeah, because like they were talking about it, saying they were trying to do that when they were doing the show at first, and they went, do you know what, fuck it, we'll just put it in the most simplest of language, the English language, and then they just said if anyone's wanting to see it, to put it in subtitles.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre, because like it's Russia, Ukraine, and
it's a dramatisation, isn't it? But it's not even in like a kind of documentary style. It's just
glad I watched it though, because I've been putting it off for a while. I was like, I get see when people hype up a show, I'm like, I'll get around to it. Yeah. But then I was like, oh, watch this, I've got fucking 12 hours on this plane. So
yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I went through all 5 episodes instantly. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. It's highly praised, I've heard a lot of good.
It's really good show. I think it's HBO that made it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I started watching His Dark Materials on BBC One, which was made by BBC and HBO.
Yeah. I think I'm going to wait till that's all done, and then, because I hate watching shows.
It's going to be a couple of seasons.
Week. I know, but I mean, like, I'd rather binge episodes at a time.
It's a weird show, because I like it because I read the books when I was younger.
Yeah.
But you just have to keep going with it. Like, just keep going with it.
Trust in it.
Yeah, the books are excellent, and I'm really hoping. The first episode was really good, and I'm kind of upset that it's week by week. I want to binge it as well.
Yeah, I hate when the shows do that. Speaking of shows that do that, Rick and Morty's back.
Yeah.
It's doing that as well, with the week by week, because they did the launch where they released the first 5 episodes. Can't find them anywhere apart from the first episode, which is really frustrating, but still.
Why is the United Kingdom getting them in January?
No, they changed it.
They changed it. It's pushed forward
coming out here on the 20th of November now.
Yeah.
Because of backlash from fans.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame them.
Why choose it in the first place?
Because I think it's the way contracts work out and stuff like that. And then they've got to find space in their lineup, their schedule. And January's like the start of a new schedule for them. Yeah. Which is
stupid.
Dumb, because people are just going to go on the internet and get it anyway.
Yeah, they'll just really go down.
Like I did, and we watched that episode before we started recording.
Yeah.
Which we watched legally, you mean?
Yes, we
Adult Swim subscribers.
Legally, yes.
No fascista. Nope. You won't get that unless you watch Rick and Morty.
Aye, good episode, good start of the season. Looking forward to the rest of it.
The rest of the 74 episodes.
It was funny.
How many episodes this season?
It's the same 13, I think they're doing again.
I think they only did 10 last season.
No, I think it's 13.
I think it's 10.
Is it 10?
10 rings a bell. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully they don't take 18 months between seasons again.
No, I don't think they will. Because they said it was the first 5 and then they're doing week for the rest of it as well.
It's a good show though.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Excellent first episode.
Yeah, very.
It's really smart. You have to be smart.
You have to understand it.
You have to have
high
IQ.
high IQ for it.
Yeah. Fuck, I hate that, man.
I know it's dumb.
I hate that so much.
Unfortunately, I've not watched any TV shows. I didn't, because it was just all movies on the plane I watched. But I seen that Netflix released all the new shows that are coming up, and Final Space season 2 is on that list.
I watched Final Space on the plane, but I was sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had it on in my headphones and I was like falling asleep. It was good for what I saw.
Yeah.
But it reminded me a lot of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You've talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah, I
before,
did.
right?
We're talking about how much I loved it for it, because it's there was, the characters are good. And did you see the green alien? Oh, what's his name now? No, the cat's called Guac.
I don't know, Dom. I was sleeping.
You tell us, mate.
I'm
You've watched
fuck,
it.
man, I'm trying to remember. What's his name?
We'll cut this, right?
Yeah, hold on.
Don't
Fuck
cut
it.
it, Hamish.
It's what
I'm not
I'm
editing it. Dom's editing.
Oh no, Dom's going to cut
Cut
this.
whatever he wants.
He's going to cut it so I sound stupid.
Does not need to cut it to make you sound stupid.
I know Star Wars is coming out. When's that coming out? It's like 17th, isn't it? December?
It'll be December. It's always December with Star Wars.
I've got it now.
Right, we need to talk about games soon because I've got Star Wars, Call of Duty, and
Aye.
I think that's it. Star Wars and Call of Duty.
It's Avocado is the name of one of the cats.
Nice. That's a good cat name. I like it.
Avocado.
Conan O'Brien is the reason why it feels very Simpsony is because he was like a influencer writer for some of the episodes as well. Your boy David Tennant's in it. It's Lord Commander is the evil guy. See the evil alien? That's David Tennant. It does not sound like David Tennant at all.
Man, yeah. I rewatched the first season of Jessica Jones recently, actually, and he's so fucking good.
He comes from Paisley, which is only like 5 miles for you.
As well, and John DiMaggio, obviously. And anything animated, John DiMaggio's in it.
John DiMaggio was in that Rick and Morty episode today.
Was he?
Yeah, and he's in Gears 5.
Yeah. He's always in Gears, mate.
Nice. I like how we all did that.
That's very good. That was pretty nice.
Nice.
So, Hugh, games. You like to play games. You like to buy games. You bought a lot of games in Japan. But what games have you been playing?
I think he likes buying them more than he likes playing them.
It's almost like a
addiction.
It's like a problem I've got. Well, when I was away, I didn't realise I did this, but I bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I got a text from Amazon saying that they'd delivered it, and I was like, "Oh, right,
It's
cool."
like, bitch, your shit is here.
I was like,
shit.
I was like, "Oh, cool, I'll get that when I get home."
I got presents on the way.
So like, I came home, put it in. I was like, it was a bit of jet lag I had. I was watching it install, fell asleep, woke up 14 hours later.
That's not just a bit of jet lag, mate.
But I played some multiplayer.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I got back into it big style.
I played the beta. I enjoyed the multiplayer. It was good.
It's fast, which I enjoyed. They, Titanfall 2, the greatest FPS of all time. Everyone's copied it with the speed because
it's a bit more fluid and.
I played Hardpoint. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun because it's not all about the score you get from killing people. You get your time in the basing. That can be a lot easier. It just like ease yourself into it. But then I played a bit of the multiplayer. A lot of fun. Wait until a lot of other people get it so I can get a team on. The other cool thing about that is I bought it on the Xbox One because that's my main console. My friends bought it on the PS4. We can cross-play.
Yeah.
We can even get the same party.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Nice.
Which should be the fucking norm going forward. You know what I mean?
Because I bought an Xbox One because I want it in 4K.
Yeah.
I want to see the highest fidelity of that game.
Yeah.
They bought PS4 because they don't have Xboxes because they are normal and buy one console.
They're normal.
So that was a lot of fun. So I didn't have to make the decision: do I buy it on my main console and play it 4K, or do I buy it
with these people or with these people?
FIFA need to work that out because I keep buying it into PS4 because that's where the people I know that play it, even though it looks better on Xbox. But that's another conversation.
As well.
But I played the campaign, beat it in 2 sittings. It's like 6 hours long.
Yeah, I'm kind of gutted that it's short. Like I've not
super
played it.
Super cinematic, like a ton. Like a lot of it is
more of an experience than
and it's not all just get in a level, get to each checkpoint, and shoot. There's a lot of weird things. You play a little girl in it. She's one of the characters. She's like a freedom fighter, but it shows you how she grew into this role.
Right. Oh, okay.
And like you have to hide from this Russian soldier under beds and stuff, and then come out and stab him and stuff. Like it's it's interesting. It's a lot better than any other campaign I've played in a long time.
Yeah.
Got some morally
ambiguous choices.
Yeah, weird stuff going on, like the whole war crime that America committed, but they blamed it on the Russians.
It wasn't America, it was the USSR.
No, it was...
It was the USSR. Man.
No, it was the Americans.
It was the USSR.
Oh,
I seen that was like fucking ridiculous, but that's the Americans here. It's written by the winners, isn't it? Like, we didn't do that.
It's not exactly
Vietnam, that didn't happen.
It's not exactly a 1-to-1 copy.
Oh, exactly.
But because it's different, it's a different place.
Yeah, it's
but
fiction.
the outline of the atrocity was the same as this other thing that happened.
Yeah,
It's Americans. It's just like Call of Duty games always skirt on that, like
history sort of
like just like loving the military stuff. Obviously, it's a military shooter.
yeah.
So it gets a bit morally ambiguous, but there's a lot of terrifying stuff in it as well, because like a bomb goes off in the middle of London and there's terrorists shooting people, and you're like, fuck man, this is kind of real looking.
I mean, like, which one was it? Modern Warfare 2 had the airport.
Yeah, no Russian.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of not hated, but it was very controversial.
I remember.
I never got it at first because I just started shooting the people running away. I was like, "What's going on in this level?"
I remember feeling fucking awful playing that.
Yeah,
but I was like,
you had the choice. You didn't have to shoot anybody.
You didn't have to shoot anybody, but it's more like.
But Dom fucking did anyway. And he felt bad
because they told me no Russians.
So
I was rushing to kill them.
They're running away. They're Russian.
like they start. I just started shooting people because I was like, "Oh, is this what we're doing in this level?" But
this is the first-person shooter. I will shoot you in the face.
It's this Modern Warfare is an alternate timeline from the original trilogy.
All right, okay.
So you play a younger Captain Price.
Yeah,
you remember Captain Price?
Yeah,
I remember Captain Price.
Yeah, I'm just going to spoilers this because it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
Hashtag spoilers from Hugh.
Spoil Modern Warfare.
That's your like airplane voice.
A lot of things are familiar, like the character you play with Captain Price is Gaz, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember Gaz, my boy.
You're Gaz in this. He just joins up with Price at the beginning of the game, and see at the end when you're finished the thing and it leaves it kind of open.
Yeah.
You finish the mission, leaves it open. There's a guy you still have to find. That'll be the next Modern Warfare. He goes, right, I want to start a team. He's talking to the American like CIA woman, and she's got like a load of files, and she throws them down, and she's like, this one doesn't even have a name, and it's just like a the picture you get on Facebook if you don't put any picture.
Anonymous.
Like, there's never any picture with him. And you're like, that's Ghost. That's got to be Ghost.
There's no picture of him there.
And then the next one's like, John Soap McTavish.
Soap,
The next one's Gaz, and you're like, and they're like, what are you going to call it? And he's like, Task Force 141. And you're like, I remember that.
Task Force.
Call back.
You're like, wehy are they doing this?
They'll just get you.
They're like,
they're just getting you to get the next game.
Remember that Call of Duty you liked from like 10 years ago?
I remember.
we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
It was fun. I paid £50 for a 6-hour campaign, so I'm going to try and...
I mean, you're enjoying the...
I did. I really enjoyed the campaign, and I'm enjoying the multiplayer, which I didn't think I would.
Yeah.
Because I never liked the last couple of Call of Duties. But the reason I kind of rushed through that was because we came back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I completed that Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, Star Wars came out. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
And you can guess today, and we're recording Sunday, so he's just chilling, like that Craig David song.
Hamish, I'll let you say what you want to say about it, and then I'm gonna. Can I
say a piece before
you
guys say?
No, you haven't played it.
No, go for it, Dom. What are you going to say?
I've not played it. That's what I was going to say.
Fuck's sake!
Right, Hamish.
You know what? I like it, but I do have some kind of gripes with it.
It's janky.
No, not even that. Like, it's more like some details you feel should be polished aren't. Like, I don't know, you want the good or the bad first?
We'll go for good first, and then we'll shit on it.
I think it's cool. It feels like it's taken a lot of good things from different games and putting them together. So, like, obviously, the first mission on the ship, very Assassin's Creed, like the movement. And
I was
stuff
thinking
like
Uncharted. You've never played Uncharted?
I played the first one, yeah.
But straight away, I thought Uncharted. Like, the way it moves, like the weird platforming where you're holding on and then you just jump from platform to platform.
Well, that's very Assassin's Creed too.
Alright, okay. Well,
but
I went straight to Uncharted for some reason.
But and then there's like the combat's kind of Witcher 3-ish, like with the locking on and the jumping and all that. And then obviously you get the places to meditate. Very Dark Souls, when you rest and save, the enemies respawn is trope of.
What level are you playing it on? Like what difficulty?
Like the second or third one or something like that. Like
I started playing on Jedi Knight and I was like, oh shit, this combat's hard.
Is that medium hard?
It's like, I think it's like
I genuinely can't remember.
I think it's Jedi Master's the hardest, Jedi Knight's the medium, and then there's like Jedi, and then there's like story mode, which is just like easy,
very easy. But yeah, like see, some of the things I don't like. You know how you can hold left bumper, you can hold out your lightsaber, use it as like a flashlight, basically.
Yeah.
And you're walking through these it's like scaffolding to get through to places. It's like my lightsaber's not burning this shit.
Yeah, it's going through. Yeah, it's clipping through it, and you're like.
And I've even like been on some cliffs and stuff like that, and
I've
like my feet are like lower. So
that's what I mean by janky. Some of the anime, you're like.
I thought you meant the movement.
The movement is janky. The platform's janky. Yeah. Like, see the holding on to stuff and then jumping onto other things.
Yeah,
so like sometimes it does that Uncharted thing where you're like, I'm on this one on the left, I want to just jump to the platform on the right, and then it just jumps like straight up and you fall straight down. You're like,
I've not really
that's not very Jedi.
I've not really had a problem with that, to be fair.
You will. There's a in Kashyyyk. You been on Kashyyyk yet?
Not yet. No.
Yeah, there's a lot of like holding on to vines and shit. And you're like fucking vines,
fucking Kashyyyk.
The other thing. There's just a lot of like it feels like a game from 2010 sometimes because of the way the mouths move and like the clipping of the lightsaber without there being any kind of like.
It's not like Jedi Academy where you have like the yellow bun for it, maybe. Or
you
something
do
like
if you slash.
Oh, yeah, okay. if you actually make an attack, but not if it's just that if you have it out and then you. Yeah. But that's annoying as well because it's like there's been previous Star Wars games years ago that have been able to do this. So why the fuck can't you do it? You know what I mean? Like even if you just have your lightsaber out and you walk against the wall, they obviously have the technology to do it. Why not put it in? Also, fuck Cameron Monaghan. I just don't like his wee ginger.
No, you don't like him.
I don't know. I've never liked him really.
You not like him in Gotham?
No, I really.
He's the guy that plays the main guy. It's Cal Cestus or. Kestis, I can't remember.
Cal Cestus sounds like a disease.
Oompa Doompa. Like that's that Red Letter Media thing where like they're just like new Star Wars characters. Dingo Dango.
Dingo Dango.
You know, something funny as well with Star Wars games is they've always got new creatures and all that shit.
What's that big frog called? Ugda Bugda or something?
No, it's like Ogdo or something.
Nipple Pinchy.
I'm like, this was never a Star Wars thing. I'm quite a big Star Wars fan. I was like, I've never heard of this fucking thing before. Like,
there's a lot of stuff in it where you're like, they've just done all the Star Wars laziness where you take like a big frog and you call it Oogdy Boogdy.
Froggy Borgy.
Basically, yeah.
But it's fun. It's the Star Wars game I've been waiting for. Like something like a single player. And do you know what's crazy, Dom? You get like things for your character to change his look.
Yeah.
How is that crazy?
You don't have to pay for it.
Extra.
Well,
and this is an EA game.
Not yet.
Yeah.
To be fair, you do actually you get pre-order bonuses.
I got the deluxe edition because I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And
you heard it here first, folks.
And I got like an extra skin, and I was like, why did I pay an extra $10 for this shit?
They're absolutely terrible. Like the original skins are better. You can change obviously your lightsaber color. Of the blade and your hilt and like three parts of it and stuff like that. You can also change you can wear your uniform thing that you've got, or you get like a poncho. They look fucking terrible.
I know, they're all awful.
Why even bother paying for this?
Do you think it's maybe some sort of elaborate joke they did because they knew that they weren't going to do that?
Here's the thing: Respawn obviously have a lot of power within EA to just go like, look, we're not going to follow your business model.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, and we're going to make a single player game that it doesn't have a multiplayer.
Yeah. And
fuck yous, we Respawn. Is Vince Zampella? Zampella is the guy that runs Respawn. And
he came
I
out.
think he's got a lot of power because he's made a lot of hits. He's got
a lot of hits, baby. Plex, baby, Plex.
I think Titanfall 2, even though it didn't sell a lot, Apex came out and just fucking killed the Battle Royale market.
Even when Apex came out, Titanfall 2 had a big surge of players.
People went back to it.
I wish we. Zega still got a lot of players playing it on the Xbox.
I don't think I have a lot. I think the last time I played it was like, you know, it tells you, same with like Halo players in playlist, it was like 5,102 or something like that.
That's not bad. All those guys are probably killers.
Yeah, you can still find a game, you know what I mean?
You get fucked up by these experts.
You know the main reason that I'm raging that Titanfall 2 didn't do better? That's like probably the shooter that I'm best at.
Yeah,
I do a lot better in Titanfall 2 than I do in like
it just
Halo or
feels
COD.
so much better. It just feels like
the freedom you get. That's what annoys me about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 looked better.
Played better.
Yeah.
Played better. I actually turned off the 4K mode back down to performance because I was getting like frame rate issues. Like just sometimes it looked ugly, and I was like,
I've not had any of that. That's weird, but
Yeah.
I thought,
I've seen
I've
a
not
few people
played a ton,
talked about it, saying that as well.
I'm a couple hours ahead of you.
But they have, from what I've seen, that they are going to be patching some of the issues that people.
I've not
have had.
watched Digital Foundry's got.
are they gonna patch it in? Patch us up?
Cheeky bastard.
You know Digital Foundry? I talk about them a lot on this. They do a
This
lot.
is the first I've heard of you ever say digital.
Who is it? They got to
Whoa!
Fundry?
You're right.
I was going to try and make a joke and then I was like, nah, that's not funny.
Wait, boys, wait.
Oh, yes, it's time. Oh, I'm going to get trademarked now. I'm going to get copyright strike from that.
That's going to come and go, Benny. There we are.
I didn't even hear that, but I'm assuming it'll pick up.
I didn't even. But you're still wearing headphones.
Think what I was saying, I was Titanfall 2 looked really good, and it didn't have all these clipping issues.
Yeah.
Characters actually and there was a lot more movement in that game. You run off walls, like you had your grappling hook.
What's this compared to? Sorry,
Star Wars.
All right, okay, yeah.
So I think the Titanfall 2 was made on the Source engine, which is Respawn's engine, but this was made on Unreal and Source.
All right, okay.
So I think there's some polish issues with this game.
Yeah.
And do you know what? The scale's really good. See, on Kashyyyk, that level is massive.
Yeah.
And there's no fast travel, right? So see if you're at the other end of the level, down 4 levels.
Yeah.
And then, to get back is a maze. They're like, oh, well, you're just going to have to get back to your ship.
Deal with it.
No, you're just going to have to, get your way back. And you're like, I was like, fucking hell, I just want to get back to the ship. Let me hold X and fast travel back. But they don't, it's like Metroid.
Yeah.
You're collecting your powers as you go along to get to different areas. So, the first level's got bits you can't get to until you collect.
You learn wall running, for example.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you trip over a rock, and then you lose all your abilities, and then you start from the beginning.
You start from the beginning over and over again. But I don't know how far I'm in. I've got 5 planets, and I'm 6 hours in. I'm like, where's this going to go?
Are you surprised that it is a really good game? Are you really surprised because it's not from Respawn, or are you thinking
a good studio?
Yeah, and are you surprised at the response that people are giving for it, that's saying it's a quality game? Because I've had a few people come in and say to me, even though I work with phones, come and say, oh man, because we got that big poster where we work of the Jedi game, going, mate, have you played that game? That game's fucking quality, mate.
How long's it been since the last single play? How long's it been since The Force Unleashed 2? 10 years?
Well, which one are you talking about?
Force Unleashed 2?
First and 2.
Oh, Force Unleashed 2.
10 years?
God, I don't think it's been that long, has it? Maybe it has.
Because they released it less than a year after The Force Unleashed 1.
Force Unleashed 2 was shite. The first one was good. But
that's what I'm saying, though. The Force Unleashed 2 was shite because they rushed it out the door.
Yeah.
Because it was 6 hours long or something like that as well.
You know what Fallen Order feels more like to me is the Battlefront 2, the new Battlefront 2 campaign mode when you're playing is Luke, when you're doing the Jedi shit.
Well, what I've heard is they went opposite of Battlefront 2.
Okay.
They said they wanted to be nothing like it because Battlefront 2 is Frostbite engine.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a
multiplayer
shooter, and they were like, we don't want to make Battlefront. And the reason that EA let them have this is because this is almost like EA's last opportunity to make a good Star Wars game, because Disney were doing that. We're going to take this license off you if you don't.
Stop being a fucking dick.
Stop fucking with our money making.
How can you not make a decent Star Wars game? You've had the license for this amount of years.
Yeah.
Look at this company that had it last time.
The Force Unleashed 2 was released October 2010.
10?
So
nearly 10 years.
So and think of it before that, right? See, between 2000 and 2010, how many Star Wars games were released?
Like 16 or something like that.
Aye,
There was loads.
there was like at least one a year that was.
And that's not including
good.
like the Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Knights of the Republic, yeah, the
Like Jedi Starfighter, you had all different kinds of like
Republic
games
Commando.
as well. I mean, you had like
kart racing games. And
Yeah.
Super Bombard Racing. Yeah, you had a ton, and now what have you got? You had EA has released 2 Battlefront games that
2,
are. I'm not even going to say they're bad. I'm just going to say they're controversial.
yeah.
And then this one, this one that was only been released, 2019.
But then they're more focused on like mobile markets and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've got
Too.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mobile game.
Yeah, so they'll do wee things like that as well.
Yeah.
There's so
But you
much
don't
more
know.
they can
I don't
do
really
with that
count that as
license.
game though as well.
Why isn't there a Rogue Squadron type game out?
You think Star Wars is a cash cow? You know what I mean? If they made proper games, if they really tried.
They could make Knights of the Republic 3.
They could.
They own BioWare.
That would take a long. Well, I would hope it would take a long time because I would want it to be really good. 'Cause they're great games.
They call it Star Wars.
I'm sure they could.
Armada. Fuck.
Factor 5 shut down. I'm sure they could make a remaster or a new version of a Rogue Squadron game.
What about a pod racing game? What about something that's just fun? Give me that.
How about stop making Battlefront games that aren't as good as the original Battlefront
They have
games?
less content than the Battlefront games previous. Oh my god, don't get me started.
we're getting on
I
that.
like the Battlefront games.
I know you do. You tell us all the time.
Here's the thing though, you like them, but would you say that 2005 Battlefront 2 is a more complete game?
No.
Really? It's
Really?
got more levels and more characters.
but
Is that before or after that they added the extra campaign?
We're going on release. On release, because that's when you buy a game.
Well,
I need to go.
I believe that is the phone
You know
for
what?
me.
No, even on release, I really enjoyed Battlefront 2.
I mean, I'm going to say, like, see, the Frostbite engine is gorgeous when it works.
Yeah, it's really. I suppose it's just really hard to work with.
Yeah, it's because like it's new. It's like
It's good for FIFA,
Yeah.
but it's not good for Mass Effect.
It's good for FIFA because you're only playing a bit of field, I guess.
It's not like a massive, expansive map.
I don't know. I'm not a coder, so I can't tell you like what's better. But from the game, there's a reason that this game wasn't made in Frostbite.
Yeah.
And it was made in Unreal because Unreal's got a bigger community that helps.
Yeah,
because it's a more popular engine. And
more people. You're going to have more people that are enthusiastic
who's
about this.
an expert in this this
coding
engine. So if you need something in particular, there'll be people that can help you do it.
Yeah,
but this is a good Star Wars game.
I'm glad to hear it. I like to talk about. I would like to be talking about positive things in games rather than the negative, because like anytime that you feel like here comes another game that's buggy, here comes another game that's not finished, it's unpolished, it's got bugs everywhere.
Yeah, you want to play good games.
You want to have a good time with games, and you want to be like, or you want to go into a game going, I'm not expecting much, and you come out pleasantly surprised for it.
I think even the fact that it's Star Wars, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to enjoy it anyway. It's just a lot of fun cutting motherfuckers up with a lightsaber.
It's got jank.
Wow.
It's got Uncharted jank.
It's not the most, perfect polished game ever, but it's good. It's
got heart. Has it got heart?
Look at where our expectations are after EA's had this license for 10 years. I mean, it's got levels.
It's got
levels. I mean, you play as a character.
Do you go up and down these levels? You do indeed.
There's
there's a story in it.
There's a sky.
There's a skybox that actually.
How come what's the wee droid's name?
BD1.
Yeah, he's cute. He's cute. Man. He's cool.
It's Star Wars cliches all over it, but it's good.
Yeah, but then that's what you want. You want
I'm
a
going
game
to complete this game by the end of next week. Probably in the next podcast, I'll be able to tell you more about it.
It fucking sucks.
And actually, I got Pokemon the same day.
Oh, you didn't?
I haven't picked up Pokemon yet because
I played it at all.
No, because I want to get through Star Wars first.
Because they don't have lightsabers in the Force.
They might. I've not played it.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They might have lightsabers.
They've got giant Raichu.
Oh, they got giant. They got giant Meowth that's long.
Yeah.
Meowth.
I got code. I got code for that.
Yeah.
I got the Steelbook Double Edition as well for my Switch.
Nice.
I gave one to Jason because he's a cheap bastard.
Aye. He doesn't even buy his own Switch and you're giving him the game.
I know. I told you earlier, he was like, "Oh, you bought Sword and Shield." was like, yeah. He's like, oh, can I have one of them? Right, okay. It's only going to sit in the box anyway while I play one of them. No, you got that Star Wars game, didn't you? Like, yeah. He's like, when are you going to complete it? I was like, probably by the next week. And he's like, I'll have it after you.
Give me a minute.
He was even saying in the chat, I'm desperate to play it. And it's like, not desperate enough to buy it for yourself, mate.
You bastard. But anyway, it's good gaming times. I'm hoping to finish Star Wars. I might lend it to him, or I might trade it in for something else, because after it's done, I don't think I'll go back to it.
It's not like it's a multiplayer or anything like that. And when
do you think any DLCs come out for it?
I hope there is. Next year's going to be a good time for gaming. We've got an Avengers game, better than mediocre.
Yeah,
better than mediocre.
Yeah, like the first trailer was awful.
Yeah.
Even the trailer at E3 wasn't that great, but trailers are weird. Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm so looking forward to it.
I'm going to get that day one.
Oh,
my boy Keanu.
That's a pre-order shit, man.
Yeah, I think I've probably got it pre-ordered already. Knowing me. Final Fantasy Remake.
Yep.
I'm buying that day one.
Boo.
Fuck you, Hamish. What else we got? We've got
Shenmue 3.
Shenmue 3 came out the other day.
Is it actually out now?
Yeah, it's out now.
Oh, dang.
I need to play the first two.
My brother played that, loved it on like the Dreamcast back in the day, and I tried playing it. Like I played it a wee bit back then.
Yeah.
And it was alright. Like
so
I did like
now.
the fighting.
Yeah.
You get like a fighting
virtual fighting.
And also driving around the fucking warehouse.
Yeah, my forklift.
But I tried playing it when it went on Game Pass, the first two, and I was just like,
it's not aged
well. It's too slow.
It's the original open world game.
Yakuza is the new Shenmue.
Shenmue, yeah.
You see when Shenmue comes out for the Game Pass, play that.
Yeah,
Yakuza, I mean.
What did I say?
Shenmue.
Oh, sorry, Yakuza.
Yeah,
Yakuza.
I can understand like why it was, revered back in the day. But
yeah,
I'm just kind of like, nowadays I'm just like, yeah.
Remember it came out at the same time as fucking
N64
was out, so like,
yeah.
That's like, you got to think like, it's not very good, and then you're like, it was out at the same time as Pokemon Stadium.
That's what I mean. Like for the time, yeah,
it was amazing,
great. But I think it's one of those games. If you didn't play it back then, you're not really going to be that interested.
I didn't know Shenmue came out. That's crazy.
Did you get Death Stranding? No,
I've heard it's not great at all.
I've also heard it's amazing.
Yeah, see, I have heard split things with it. I've not heard anyone say it's like in the middle. Yeah,
it's either fucking amazing or shit.
It does seem like one of those games that's a very acquired taste.
Yeah. It's basically what I think that's happened with Pokemon Sword and Shield, and aptly named for it, because half the internet was defending it and half the internet was attacking it.
There was legit concerns about Pokemon.
Yes.
And there's legit concerns about Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Because it's, you're a delivery driver or a delivery walker.
Yeah, with a baby.
Yeah, with a fetus, a BB.
A BB. Got to rescue the BB.
That's what they call it.
That's actually what it's called, the BB.
Yeah, and obviously there's a lot more to it because it's a Kojima game, and it's going to be.
But something about like nuclear war or something. You're like, God damn it, Kojima.
I know, it's going to have.
Get off of those fucking nukes, dicks.
It's going to be undertones and themes, and there'll be like YouTube videos fucking breaking it down for 45 minutes.
Why Death Stranding is the greatest game.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
That's kind of
we got to make that video.
Like I say, it definitely does seem like you're either going to love it or hate it game. But
the Marmite of games.
Yeah. I want to play it though. I might get it for Christmas, but
if you ask Santa nicely,
Santa being my credit card.
Come on, Christmas.
Actually, I talked about it a wee bit on the last my wee solo podcast when you guys were in Japan. What I've heard is like I can't remember the publication, but like a game reviewer basically played like 40 plus hours of it, and he was like, I'll do a preview of it because I've played it, but I'm not going to do a review of it because I'm not going to finish it because it's so tedious. It's not going to happen. And then I heard like another couple of reviewers were like, I just don't have it in me to finish this game. It's just that boring, apparently.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Kojima games are a lot of things. Boring isn't one usually.
Yeah, it's very strange. But then, like, we'll see. I'll give it a wee go when
get a bash.
Get a wee bash.
It looks interesting, so I probably will pick it up Maybe not like right away, but when
Christmas sales probably.
Aye, like when it's on sale, purely as a kind of. So what exactly is this game about?
I want to play it.
Yeah,
but also it's like down the list. It's like I'll get to that game eventually.
You're not like pure, like very excited to play it.
Yeah. I was more excited to play Star Wars. I really wanted a good Star Wars game. Yeah. I'm more excited to play Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I got them two instead. And Call of Duty is my multiplayer game now. Now I've completed the campaign, I'm probably not going to go back to it. Because I don't need to complete that in ultra hard.
Do you mean go back to the campaign or just...
No, I don't want to go back to the campaign.
Yeah, because you're right on.
But you will play it.
I will play the multiplayer. I'll probably play Pokemon for like 400 hours. Gotta get everyone to level 100.
So guys, since we're wrapping up the podcast at the moment, we've got a couple of questions from the Instagram that I put up. So I put a couple of questions. I just said, like, we're recording podcast tonight, and I was just saying if you want to ask a question. The first one is from Hamish89, who says...
I wonder who that is.
Says, sup. Sup, Hamish89.
Sup, guys. Sup.
You're on the podcast, you idiot.
I mean, it said ask a question. It didn't say, anyone was excluded, alright? So Hugh, sup.
Is that a word? It's not a word.
Sup, mate.
Sup, bruh.
Sup.
Dom, sup.
I will sup.
This guy.
No, you ruined your chance, Hugh. Fuck you. Like, you had your chance and you ruined it. Dom,
I'm
sup.
supping my drink.
Sup, Dom.
This guy?
Oh, right, okay.
He's like, okay.
That's how we're gonna do it, is it? Okay.
Any more questions?
Yes, we do have one from Unofficial Controller Podcast.
Oh,
it's actually an interesting question. I think it's going to be directed at me and you, unfortunately, Hamish. What was the biggest difference you noticed between the Japanese and British gaming culture when you're in Japan?
Oh, it's definitely the arcade rhythm games. Everything in the arcades to do with rhythm.
And smoke. There was a lot of smoke.
Shit ton of smoke. And it looked like people came from work to go to the arcade.
Smoke.
Yeah, they smoke
as
everywhere.
Cigarettes.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. All of their cabinets, like if it was an actual game, was either fighting games or shooting games.
Yeah.
Like shooting games as in like top-down shmups.
Mm-hmm.
Shmups.
Hamish. That's what the kids call them. That's what the kids call them.
Is that just a contraction of shoot 'em ups?
Yeah,
that's
so,
just
like,
the worst.
So I saw a lot of... I'll put these on Instagram. I saw a lot of old cabinets as well. I saw Mario Brothers. Remember we saw Mario Brothers?
Yep.
I saw...
Pinball machines?
Like the original Mario Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah, the original.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We saw Time Crisis. Remember how good fucking Time Crisis was?
Me and Big Jason, man, we played the new House of the Dead. It was quality, right? Because like that one, the games sort of thing that's up in Bray Head. It's like the horror shooting game. It's like inside a box.
Yeah.
So the House of the Dead one's inside one of those boxes that give you like vibrates the chairs, throws wind in your face when doors open up. Has light strobes and stuff like that
like
when lights
4D.
are going off. Oh, it's so much fun.
That's cool, man.
With a machine gun for it and
immersive.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I like House of the Dead. I might get that out for the Dreamcast. I've got it.
Mate, you got House of the Dead over there. Like, you see when I was coming back in the room, I saw House of the Dead.
That's right.
If you like House of the Dead, Typing of the Dead. Have you played that?
No, but I have two.
Oh, they redid the mods where their guns are just replaced with keyboards. It's
I've got
quality.
two keyboards.
You need to actually like type a word.
That's pretty good.
Quick enough to And then if you finish the word, then you shoot the zombie. It's a strange idea, but it's cool.
But what I noticed as well, that it was every sort of it was businessmen.
Yeah, and suits, salarymen,
yes. Just the worst superhero ever. Yeah.
Just playing rhythm games.
Just playing rhythm games, playing fighting games, pachinko. Any sort of ones that were there.
The noise from
That's
the pachinko
something-
place is insane.
Yes.
That's something I remember from Shemya. That was my first introduction to pachinko.
How do you play it?
You still didn't understand it?
It's like you drop a ball in and then it hits off the like pegs or the pins or whatever, and then it drops into a certain place, and that's when you win.
Would you win though?
Well, it depends.
Well, see, that's what confused
It's not
us.
a game of skill though, is it?
Yeah, it's more like luck. It's like gambling.
It's definitely more chance because you don't know which way it's gonna. Have you ever seen the TV show Tipping Point?
No, I
don't
I'm
watch
not
TV.
Sure.
It's like you put in a counter and then it hits off.
Oh yeah, the wee bit goes in and then you
that's
win prize.
pachinko. Like that's
Oh, okay.
That's it. Like,
But yeah, like the different cultures we got from that as well. That the
arcades are actually still a thing over there. That's a big thing.
Yeah,
like you don't get arcades here anymore.
You
get a lot of there was more retro
80s, 90s maybe, but
there's a lot more retro places as well, which is awesome. But when you went into the big supermarkets and that, they still had like so at the so when we were over there, Persona 5 Royale was out.
Yeah,
it was advertised everywhere on the subway.
Yeah,
on the billboards and in the shops, big standout pop-up artwork and all that. Luigi Mansion's 3 as well. That was all advertised on the trains.
Yeah,
everywhere. Like they have a lot more advertising than what we would get here in the UK, especially because like our media, like it's mostly like music's a big thing in the UK. They push rather than I would think than games.
Yeah, but gaming's a bigger culture in Japan.
Yeah, where it's music and movies, it's generally UK or American music, which I've kind of noticed.
I did watch a lot of people who were coming home from work and stuff like that on the trains playing rhythm games on their phone.
Yeah,
like just everyone played
so
games
cool.
on their phone.
Yeah,
on the train. It looked a lot like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
The things are coming towards you. You hit
them at the right time. Yeah,
it was pretty.
It's just. Everything over there is rhythm game. There was a drum. There was a full drum set game where you played actual drums, and then what was that noise?
Sorry, try it again.
It was a full drum set game like Guitar Hero. It was actually a drum set.
I think it was the originator of Rock Band. Guitar Hero. Sorry, what's it called again? Rhythm. Because I've even played it. Rhythm.
But like I watched a Japanese guy play it, and he was amazing.
What was that? Donkey Kong.
Donkey Konga.
Yeah.
Well, we played that drum game, didn't we? And it was really, really good, and it's everywhere over there. And I'm actually thinking about getting it for the Switch. Yeah,
it looks fun as well. I managed to find. Can you say the word to it? Evangelion.
Oh,
he still got it. He still got it.
It was a joke the last time I said it.
You're a joke. You're a joke. That's
fuck you. Maybe come over there.
But that was fun playing that, like because you've got to hit the centre, then you hit the side of the drum for it for the so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It would have like a you could tell where you hit it.
Yeah.
Plus the arcades in Akihabara have this system where you get a card and it saves your progress. So if you're playing a rhythm game and you unlock songs, you come back with your card and you scan it, and it unlocks everything for you.
So that's why it's everything about it is like so simple. But like if you release something like that in the UK, I don't know if it would be any if it would catch on as much. But then
it seems
you just got to make it cool, I guess. Yeah, it's more of a scene you would have in the UK rather than
it seems like in Japan playing arcade games is like a regular night out.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's kind of like
it's seen as
if you happen to be in a place where there's arcade games, you might jump onto a couple.
Yeah,
but it's not
the greatest ones.
You wouldn't be like, let's go out and play arcade games. You would be doing something else, see arcade games, and I'd be like,
the arcades we were in were 4, 5, 6 floors high.
Yeah, and it were like everyone was busy. It was one of the ones in was it Akihabara? It was just packed. It was people waiting in line to get for it.
That was, and it had a ton of Sega Naomi cabs, and like there was queues out the door to play like Virtua Fighter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was people there was crowds around certain cabinets, and
it was so strange. It was so awesome as well.
I loved it.
we did want to stay, but we knew it was getting just too crowded, and we couldn't sit anywhere because it was packed.
If it was just me and you, I think we could have stayed there. But because obviously Sinead was with me, and Jason was not comfortable, we couldn't stay there, and it was so crammed.
I would love the UK to have something like that sort of scene.
The amount of old arcades in that Taito arcade place, it was insane. Like I can't imagine how much they all are worth these days.
Yeah,
the old shooters, especially because they probably got destroyed.
Do you know the thing that was crazy about it? They're all still in good conditions, apart from the smoky ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys just smoking.
Yeah, but they had the wee ashtrays on it and that. But I mean, apart from that, they were all working. There was no there was one game that we played, the Star Wars. Battle pod. That was the only one in bad condition.
It was a pod you sat in that had a projector above you, and it was projected on a round screen.
Oh, it had a curved TV kind of
basically,
sorta. But the quality wasn't great of the projector, and the game wasn't actually that good.
But that was the only one really that we played that had any issues. Anything else seemed to work. Didn't look terrible, didn't have like wear and tear. They actually maintained it.
In summary, like basically absolutely different between Japan and
They still,
UK.
I think they still like arcade culture, and we are not that
Yeah,
anymore.
we're kind of past that, aren't we? Yeah.
I
Because
don't know
it's
if
the
we
home
had it.
consoles. I don't think to know what Blackpool had it. Blackpool did have it, and then they lost it, and then because
It's
they
all
did
money machines now. It's all
Yeah.
the
puggies, as we call them,
yeah, this,
Yeah.
fruit machines, slots.
It's not fun for me.
But then if you go back down to Blackpool, it's the same arcade machines that they had. I remember when I went down like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
because when I went down to watch what did I go to for the wrestling, like for the NXT, they had in Blackpool. We went in there. I'm like, God, this hasn't changed at all, because they didn't. The reason why it probably didn't. We don't have it as our culture is because no one invested money into it. And since if no one's investing money into it, why would anyone show up?
They don't care enough about it to update it or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Remember I beat your ass at Street Fighter?
I do.
Who are
Anyway.
you?
Keen.
I think I was Ryu.
You're you. I was Ken.
Ryu beats Ken.
The most boring two characters you could fucking choose.
Come on,
Could have chose you. That's more boring.
I'm not in Street Fighter, mate.
well, but not with that attitude.
Because I would just beat everyone, you know.
The only things I fight is shoots in between my bed. Sheep fighter. Sorry.
So the biggest differences are that gaming in Japan is mainstream.
Yeah.
Even though we think it's mainstream over here, it's only mainstream.
Yeah, it's a different level over there.
Yeah, it's everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like salarymen do it. Housewives go to arcades.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and it's
People of all ages.
yeah,
It's part of life.
and
over there.
the variety of games they have in their arcades is ridiculous.
If it's such a big deal, then obviously they would have a large variety because there's going to be
Plus they
people
kept the old cabs too.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. I don't have a lot of space in this house, and I
Yeah.
really want an arcade. I want Time Crisis.
yeah.
I want the recoiling guns.
Action.
Yeah, I love that game.
How
man.
cool was it having the recoiling gun when you were young and
Yeah.
you were playing a
Boom, boom, and you're like, oh, I can.
Oh shit! This is a real gun.
It was so cool. I think we had it in the bowling. Remember the Mega Ball?
Yeah, I remember the Mega Ball having it.
And
The
I was
pink
always
and
like,
the blue gun.
Dad, give me a pound. And he's like, a pound?
A pound. Fuck you.
and then you would die like a few minutes later. I was like, I need another pound.
Dad, quickly. Help us out.
I've got 10 seconds. But
So good, man. I love that. I need to go play that Halo arcade. It's in
yeah.
Silverburn.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, guys.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
You've going to Japan has actually got me more interested in trying to find barcades here, like the places where you go and you play you pay a small fee and you get to just play all the arcades.
Barrio was alright
I
for
was
it.
going to say there's one in Glasgow.
Super Barrio.
Do you remember when we went to EGX and they had the after party and they had like a whole line of cabs?
Yeah, they were all broken.
But they were all free.
They were all free.
I wanted to play the Simpsons arcade, but there was a fucking queue for that.
But a lot
That's
of
an
we
absolute
played the Time
classic.
Crisis
That
one
is
and
an
that was
absolute
broken, wasn't it?
I think there was a
Yeah.
few that were broken.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in playing games. I was at the
Yeah,
bar.
I was there to drink, bitch.
I want to go back to EGX. That was a
Yeah,
lot of
we'll
fun.
try
Thank
again.
you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question. That's,
Alright, cheers,
yeah.
guys. So,
Also, I want to shout out to Ali because he asked me for a shout out.
Ali, there's a shout out from Hugh.
Hello, Ali. Who's Ali?
You know, Ali played football with us.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, he's really shit.
Oh, don't say that. Do you want me to keep that in?
That just totally ruined your shout out. Like.
Ali, I was going to say your second name there, but I better
I
not.
don't say a second. Right. So, anyone's got any plans for games that are trying to finish? Or?
I'm gonna complete Star Wars and I'm gonna smash into some Pokemon Sword.
Awesome.
Gonna keep updating the Instagram. I'm gonna make a big effort this week of putting 2 or 3 posts up a day.
Cool.
And some stories.
Try to get back onto Twitch as well.
Look at Hamish.
Watch this space. I bet money he doesn't.
Oh, damn.
We were away for 3 weeks and you put 2 posts up.
Yeah, 2 high quality posts. I was working all the fucking time, man.
Anyway,
I thought you were dead at one point. I was so happy.
we'll try to do this.
I'm sorry to answer your question. I'm gonna play more Star Wars, and I've been playing Need for Speed Heat.
Alright.
The new one, anyway.
Okay. Because
Because Need for Speed is the perfect, like, in between like Forza's too simulatory. whereas like Burnout and stuff like that is too arcadey.
Yeah, alright, so it's just
Need for Speed's just right in the middle, and it's good, and you got a story. So I'm
sweet
playing
spot.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Aim for that as well. Myself, I'll probably try to get Sword or Shield. Probably most likely Shield,
because I loaned it to Jason.
But I'll also we'll try to be streaming some Kingdom Hearts 3, try to get that fucking done.
Yeah, that's another thing.
On the Twitch channel, but we've got twitch.tv/patchusingaming.
Yep.
We will try to be streaming. I've been trying to do Tuesdays, but obviously when we've just had our big trip there, we didn't have much time. I'll generally try to do about 9 o'clock and do a couple of hours. Obviously the boys will let you know what we're doing on Instagram and stuff like that.
Follow us on Instagram at patchusinofficial. That's the best way to kind of put on those post notifications and shit like that, and then
hit that bell.
Yeah,
I might stream my Pokemon adventure.
I would like to see that. We'll call it usually you get Nuzlocks, they're called, that if your Pokemon faints, you have to get rid of them for it, but Hugh will just be like Nuz blocks.
I'll just stop the stream. Stop the
stream. I'm no fucking doing this.
This is rubbish, Dom.
So, if you want to follow us on Instagram, as Hamish was saying there, it's patchusinofficial. If you want to follow us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/patchusingaming. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's @patchusin. If you want to email us anything, questions, or you want Hugh to say something slaggy, or Hamish to have a drink with you, if you email us at patchusinofficial@gmail.com.
You know what to do, actually? Email us an impression that Hugh needs to do.
Oh yeah,
it's really funny hearing Hugh doing impressions. It could be any character or any person, really.
That's not funny, Hamish.
I think it's really funny. I've heard your impressions; they're very funny.
If you're looking for any of our podcast hosts, we do Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, and we also upload to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/patchusin.
And Spotify.
And Spotify.
Yeah, that main one.
Okay. So, that was an enjoyable episode, guys. That's a goodbye from Hamish.
Bye, everyone.
And a goodbye from Hugh.
Bye.
That's a goodbye from myself, Dom. See you later, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Me.
You.
Hugh.
Me.
You.
That's enough.
Now children.
Put that at the end.
Right.